Hey! Welcome back to the Match Ball Grid. My name is Andre. Happy Sunday, y'all. How's it going? It is Sunday, the 19th of April, and we have a little stream. It's going to be a really small stream today, I'll be honest. We got time boxed. It's actually, it's like Greek kind of Orthodox Easter today. So we got a call with Maddie's folks, Maddie's family at 2. So we're going to be streaming to maybe 1:30. We'll see how things go. How's everyone doing? Yeah, sorry it's going to be a short one. Hopefully we could have started a bit early today, but I'll be alright. Graham, yo, how you going? How you going? How you doing? Also, name, what's up? Hi there, Val. How you doing? How's the Sunday? Jessica, always a pleasure. How's it going? Sean Duncan, Andre, hello. How you doing? You staying good inside? Did you pick up the cards yet? And talk about timing. I was just watching the last stream. How's it going? It's going good. It's going good. How are turnip prices? Last week was alright. We sold, I bought at like 98, sold at 153, give or take. So I made like maybe 200,000. And this morning I bought 200,000 at like, I think 93. But I didn't have a lot of money. I would have bought a lot more, but I just finished my house. So it's good. Hey, Maddie, how you going? Yo, also Defcon, what's up? Good morning from Texas. How's everyone doing? Give me 1 second. The window's open. I'm just going to close that so I'm not a total shithead. And it'll be, probably the audio will be a bit better. Let's also just bring that music down. Yeah, that's smooth. 1 second. That's better, ain't it? All right, so today it's going to be pretty focused. Basically, we have a game night kit on Tuesday, so there's going to be more videos to come. Same idea as the last game night kit. We'll be recording all 3 rounds. We'll be putting them out. There should be good stuff. Those games are actually really exciting, so hopefully we get something as equally exciting. So now the pressure is to find something that I can play with some competency that has a chance of winning games. That's also kind of exciting and fun. So we're going to have to give that a shot and figure out what that looks like today. I think I want to figure out what to do on the corp side more. I think for the runner we have a bit better ideas, but the corp side, honestly, no idea. And we're like this fucking close to playing Red Planet Couriers, and like I really don't want that to happen. So we hopefully figure it out. If you have any suggestions, I'm all ears. Let me tell you, I'm all ears. Just play Argus, please. No. Rob says, yeah, what's up? Managed to catch a start. Happy Sunday. Hey to you as well. Hopefully you're doing okay. I don't know, Argus has just been the same deck forever. I have no doubt it's really good, but it's been the same Argus deck for like 6 years or 8 years, or since like the 90s, really. Nisei Sai games? Oh man. Oh man. How good is the Sai Ice modernly? Yeah, you play Red Planet. I don't know about that. I was thinking about playing SSO, which is basically Red Planet, right? I have turnips now. I bought a lot, but don't much care of stock type things. Yo, I feel you like that. And then it's a slippery slope. And then Tom Nook comes to you and says, I need $2.5 million. And you're like, okay, I'm in. Good morning. Last day of COVID isolation today. Celebrating I can leave this room tomorrow. No way! That and the fact I can breathe properly again. Firstly, that's really good. Were you, Tanuki, you run well, huh? What's happening tomorrow? Congrats! Asa Group's Bombo Funsies. I never liked that like super combo deck that goes all in ones. There's a new lockdown for Nisei. Oh, the Sai Nisei, yeah, and a cool encounter Sai Ice. Yeah, those are not bad. Is RP worth playing right now? Maybe try that. Cody, what's up? I think RP is definitely worth playing. The thing with RP is like, it's so comparable to all the other like Jinteki Glacier decks. If you're playing like Glacier Agenda Jam stuff, like Paulina can do the same idea, but probably a bit faster because of the money. Having a Sundew stick would be good. Ag Infusion is kind of just mean. You have more influence, and that's pretty good stuff. But that's largely it. I don't know if one's better than the other. I probably would play Paulina over RP just because everybody draws, and specifically when you're dealing with 419 and stuff like that, just having more money is always pretty good. But there's reason to play RP. I think RP Asset Spam is like a pretty good deck. I think runners can beat it if they play smart. Make a Kakurenbu deck? Oh, so that we just played Jinteki Biotech, we're doing Kakurenbu deck. Here, I want to just dig some of the decks online. I see Dang. It's not so much Dang. Like, I think there's an argument for RP. I think RP, to get away with it, you probably need more assets than like Paulina and Ag Infusion, so that flavors it. Some people will do stuff like, I don't know, Jeeves, and that's weird. Some people will do things like Sandberg. I don't know, but I think there's ways to do it. And once you had a good CTM deck, want a list? Yeah, I'll check it out. Yellow Hell, Defcon, what's this? At least you can hold your head up high and say, I did not play RPC. Yeah, Rob, that's the thing. You got to start playing it to figure out how to beat it, right? Okay, we got 2 decks. This is Yellow Hell. It says Mari EdTech. So this just looks like every Asmari deck, though, no? So most Asmari decks, just to give you the core idea, is a 40 card deck, and like we've been saying on this channel for like 6 to 7 months, if not longer, way longer actually. Mari's been out for a long time. There's generally, this is the agenda suite. Before Bologna, this used to be whatever it's called, education degree mill, and then everything else has been exactly the same. 2 echo chamber, 1 preemptive, 3 scarcity. Crisium grid's a bit interesting, but the ice suite is generally the same. 2 surveyor, usually it's a bit more than that. It's only slot machine. Thimble rig is interesting. Thimble rig's really good with border control. I think Thimble rig's super underrated right now, especially if you have anarchs. And the deck is already probably pretty good against Amakua. Consulting visit ends boom, and boom's actually kind of hard to land right now. It is kind of hard. I actually don't like these hard-hitting news lists. I think I was playing as Mari. I would play kind of more like David played that we saw in the last GNK, where it's like C-source into all-seeing eye close accounts. I think that's a lot more reasonable. It's the hard-hitting news, a lot of times they can clear the tags. I don't know. It's pretty hard. You have to play very aggressive. Been a rough time, but thanks to yours and other streams I kept entertained. Tanuki, so glad that you're feeling better. That's really cool. But Drake says, actually, no joke, I've been playing Glacier Build Donations lately, and it's a lot of fun and no RPC. You can't do that! We have to find a deck I'm gonna enjoy. Oh man, I always never love Build Donations. Jessica's saying Asmaria's Snore. Eduardo, what's up? Hey there, good morning all. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're having a good morning. Yeah, Sunday as well. Yo, Baza, how's it going? Vincent, how's it going? Vincent, are you playing on Tuesday? Rob also posted this, which is a CTM list, which I've been known to enjoy CTM modernly. Why did that not work? Oh, I could maybe figure it out. Internet CTM. So it's a CTM deck. Oh, this is the fast advance one. I've been enjoying a fair bit of the false lead decks. I think those are really fun, and I think this is probably very close to what Vincent played on the tournament that we had on stream. I think we saw almost all those cards. The fact that we didn't run into multiple Mumbad virtual tours, let alone one, makes me think it might actually be this list. We did see psychographics. We didn't see any other operations. We saw the CSR campaigns. This actually might be straight up the list Vincent played. Yo, dude, did you play this list? 15 minutes, all the purple stuff, Mamba Temple restricted. This looks like really very probably what we played against. And yeah, we had like Link, and also that didn't matter. I guess that did matter because we were running Citadel Sanctuary. You can sit on that deck for a while. Oh, the CTM, yeah, the Jeeves team spawn version is mad fun. People don't like when we play CTM. People don't like CTM. Opening hand, we would probably keep this, and we would just do credit, install daily business, and that. So Market Forces is really interesting. It's a really good card if you're playing Psychographics. It's basically the alternate closed accounts, and this one's, I don't know, I never thought this one was that cool, and then it showed up in a lot of tournament decks, and I think I have to respect that. So they lose 3 credits for each tag they have, which a lot of times won't close their accounts unless they go massively tag me. And then you gain 1 credit for each credit lost. So that's a huge credit swing. So you can go like really hard into that hard-hitting news and it'd be like, fuck it, you have no money, I'm not scared. And then you do like Market Forces, Psycho, or whatever. I believe I put a second MVT, but yeah, that's the exact list. Oh, no way. 1,000 cuts Jinteki? Oh man. I don't know if I want to do net damage again. We did net damage last GNK. I'm not sure if I'm excited about net damage twice in a row. Because everyone techs for it. Net damage is like really easy to tech against. I think, at least. No One Home's a hell of a card. I guess this deck is a bit weak to No One Home too. AR Enhanced Security? Wow, only a one of? I guess, wow, Remastered Edition. So this is actually just like straight fast event stuff. And it looks like we have a lot of agendas, but we just have a lot of agenda names. It's only 10 agendas. It's not a lot, especially when we have that many one-pointers. So this opening hand, we could probably like stick these two in credit and hope they don't run. We do have a punishment if they do. Best case scenario, we score the Ares. If we fire the Rashida too, we're going to have to discard, which seems bad. Yeah, we'll try this. Ares is anarchy tech, really. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I can really see it. They can't really trash your shit. They can't Stargate easily. They can't, what's it called? Freedom. I think I much prefer the Boom CTM. I don't get the 1x MBT at all. Market Forces is great. I've actually never played Market Forces. I think we'll try this deck. So we'll take a stroll with this deck right now. What did you cut for the second MVT, Vincent? Yeah, let's see. 1 MVT for open deck lists is for open deck lists in the cut. Yeah, right? At least having one of is always really exciting because then they have to play around it if you have just one of. So the idea is in top cuts, you see your opponent's deck lists in a lot of tournaments of certain grandeur. So that's pretty interesting. But as soon as they know there's just one, I guess they're a bit more aggressive. Sputnik, what's up? Hey, Andre, could you play one of the jammy sports metal builds at your GNK? They're quite fun to play and mostly makes tense matches. Like, are you talking about like the combo ones or the ones that just like jam behind ice? Because I've never actually done the combo ones, the ones with like Arella Salvatore and the upgrade to this deck. I thought this deck would have, and it doesn't. Wait, how does this deck score? I was pretty sure it would have calibration testing. Do we just jam behind Tour Guide? This deck looks weird. We'll try it. Thanks for the list, Rob. Well, we'll try it. You can add Cali testing, of course. Well, what do you put in for Cali testing? Like, I thought the deck would definitely have Cali testing on the basis of like team sponsorship and all that shit. Hey Andre, whatever day it is, Market Forces always seems like a win more card to me, but it was in Joe Shep's Worlds deck, so what do I know? That's exactly how I feel. I would remember being on like the World's commentary table and be like, Market Forces? Oh fuck, how wrong am I been about that? I guess I have to pretend I know what the card does, because it's in a Worlds deck. You can cut MVT for and Amani for 2x. Yeah, that seems fair. Uh-oh, hold on. Thanks, Daynette. How's everyone's weekend been so far? I'm gonna do some Jackbox games with some Maddie's family in a bit, so it's gonna be good stuff. Maddie made some nice we're celebrating Easter because Greek Orthodox, I guess is the term, have Easter a week later than my Catholic upbringing. So yeah, round 2, more eggs. Let's go. New corp deck. What is this called? Internet? Alright, so Amani Sanai is also, I don't know, I'm gonna try the Cali testing. I do like Amani Sanai though. Amani Sanai is a hell of a card. Maybe we can do one Amani. One Ramen Rai. We'll do one Amani and then we'll maybe cut a CS. Is cutting CSR okay? I like MVT a lot. I think MVT is great. Maybe we can cut one CSR. I don't know. Again, CSR is also a card I don't know how to evaluate because I don't think I've ever put it in a deck, and I've never seen it rezzed for a long period of time. Yes, cut one CSR. Okay, cool. People complaining about complete image on the JNet chat. Get out. I'm telling you, people are figuring out how fucking crazy it is. I recently had a game which was decided by complete image randomness, and it's unsatisfying at the end of the game. Yeah, I know. I kind of feel it, but like it's a 50-50 to death. Yeah, sometimes the game comes down to that sort of side game randomness, but I feel complete image is kind of rough, especially when they can play it like 5 times the game easily. I got 2 money for a 3rd wraparound in the 2nd MBT. Okay, nice. Oh, you had a 2nd MBT. Interesting. Gold Farmer? It's interesting how like a lot of people are now actually playing wraparound over IP block. And it like deals with turtle arguably better. The thing is like you can't prevent turtle counters too easily in that CTM deck. Like your servers are open. I guess with Jeeves you can purge sometimes. Yeah, I think Rap is surprisingly powerful. I agree with that. Yo, Janktivist, what's up? So Janktivist knows what we're playing. Hey, hey. Let's see what they got to bring up against it. I don't know if this came through. I'm just gonna mute this real quick. I'm gonna close all these tabs too because we've been doing all this in Chrome. But there's some decks I pulled out. Okay, 419, that's a bad matchup. It's a pretty bad matchup. If they have a Citadel in their opening hand, I don't know if it's winnable. We have early Mumbas, which are good, and then we have Ice for HQ. So we can install Mumba, Ice HQ. It's good enough. The Bloner early is hard to steal. I think we can keep this. This is a 419 deck I played at GNK with 1 or 2 tweaks. You played? Oh no, oh fuck. That's a bad matchup. All right, hey, sweet. Hey, you too. Have you ever thought about having viewers give you a deck list before a match? That happens a fair bit. We get to know exactly what we're up against. Have you ever thought about having viewers give you a deck list? Oh, like their deck list? Nah, I don't know. Seems like a lot of work. I don't know. I'd be like, give me your deck list. I know a lot of people like don't know exactly the deck list that we're playing. Maybe they do. This is really hard. Maybe we need a high roll into some more aggressive stuff because, oh, that's definitely a lot worse. I probably should have kept that. The MVT money, or sorry, the Mumbin money is really good. Okay, so this is not great. We can draw and then install twice. Oh wait, that's wrong. We need Ice HQ so we don't get siphoned. We're playing against Criminal. Gotta respect that, otherwise they just diversion us and then we can't res both of them. And if we can't res something that they're diverting, it's obviously an agenda. We can res assets under doof? Only 2 credits worth of assets. Okay, so we gotta dig up out of this one. Imagine we had the agenda on the table and we exactly cleared that. I guess, I don't know, I think we can res Jeeves and we do triple click install. They're gonna wanna jam cards off of their hand. I guess we can see what we draw first. We can do res. No. Oh, that sucks. So we res this, we go down to 1, we click 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we can maybe get away with it. It's already very hard. What am I doing? Wow, okay. Off to a good start. So if we jam this, we have just enough money to score it out. Let's hope for the best. Hopefully they want to set up. They definitely have a dirty laundry in the hand. I think they just go tech this. Yo, Alex Urban, how's it going? Welcome. How's your Sunday? Rashida, Agenda, Cali? You think we just jam all 3? I don't hate it. Posting a link is a lot of... It's the most first world problem I've heard this week. Well, it's not. It's a lot. It's like asking people to post a link, then we look at their deck list. Like, I don't know. I'd rather just play against whatever. It's a lot of pressure. This is an absurd amount of pressure. Parallel, how are you doing? Rapid Rum seems worse than IP block because everyone still has Crowder though. Yeah, but they have to find it, and a lot of these criminal decks aren't playing what's it called? Oh yeah, we're fucked. Aren't playing oh, we can't even res this. Wow, where did our money go? They aren't playing special order. So like finding the Crowder is a kind of a thing. We don't have the money to score because of corporate grant. Yeah, right, because they're gonna install a card for sure. If we had a Rashida here, it would have been so much better. I think we goofed it. Oh, at least that's something. It's Namani Sanai. It's 4 to trash. Deal with it. Sun is great. 4:30 p.m. here. Just went for a sunny run in countryside. Well, that sounds really pleasant. So now they should be able to trash everything. Like they have Citadel up. I don't know what we can do here. This is the sort of deck where you want like matchup where you want 2 MVTs, and even that's not enough. I don't think. Falsifying the ARES. All right. Do we just concede? Oh man, this is so bad. I don't think we can win this. I hate that we keep saying that on like turn 3. But what the fuck do we do? Like our tour guide is dependent. Firstly, Amakua deals with it really. Oh, I didn't even realize I got the agenda. Oh, we could have rezzed Amani Sanai. They'd pay 2 for it. Yeah, we probably should have rezzed Amani Sanai there. Oh, I forgot we had fucking Jeeves out. Jesus Christ. Okay, this is miserable. Hold on. We can't undo that. You know money res? Money's likely how you win this. Yeah, I think we definitely should have res the money. I shouldn't have drawn there. I think we wasted a Jeeves fire for sure. Which is a credit a turn, which is pretty meaningful considering how things are going. Yeah, we should have res the money. Now you know how I felt, but it's way too early to concede. Yeah, it's a bit too early to concede. So the thing is, like, they have, okay, they have Boomerang, they have, I'm not going to res this because I want them to not know what they need to divert us. I guess I could always Boomerang it. Every card in our deck besides Tour Guide is super weak to Boomerang. Anakem also draws them the filtered card draw, they're trashing Jeeves. Yeah, we'll trace them, it doesn't really matter. Oh, at least a Rashida fire, that's wild. I don't know if we want to flood up right now, but we need the money. Okay. It's pretty good. We gotta make sure that we can hard any news. I'm not paying enough attention. So the fire they played 2, what's it called? Bravados, which is actually really hard to get value from. I don't know if we need the CSR campaign. I think it's the worst card. If we can stick one of these on the table, we can clear an agenda. Seem to be playing some quite fragile decks recently. Well, I don't know. Sort of. Like, we've had some really bad games where we think it's totally fucked. And I don't know if fragile is exactly the right term. I think there's some really hot tech against it. Like, I think Citadel Sanctuary is one of the best things you can play against this sort of deck. So this is fine. Like, we just res everything. So res the money for sure. Res a daily business show. And we'll res one of these. So if they access, so we can maybe get a bounce. I don't think this is fragile. I think one of the 2. Oh my good lord. At least this will be over quickly. Yeah, I think the worst thing is Citadel's really bad. No One Home's not even that bad because it just eats into hard-hitting news. I don't think we need to res this. DBS, yeah, we'll take the Enigma. So they're on game point right now, and they do have Bologna money. We don't have money for hard-hitting news. I think we have to jam for remote here. Also, their boomerang is still on the wraparound, so the next diversion will come through for sure. There's a reason maybe we wanted to run this, res this specifically. We could have resed it for free as well, just to eat the boomerang. But maybe keeping the boomerang here is better so they can't contest the remote. I don't know. Like, we're just losing so much money. This deck also, I didn't realize, doesn't have bankers in it, which is a really big deal. That's why its economy is so bad if you can keep them down. Resimani, brother, please? Yeah, we will. I think the problem is that with such a low diversity of corp win cons, runners don't need to spend enough slots on multiple tech cards. Yeah, like what are the fuck me? What are the tech cards right now that you have to respect? It's like Film Critic is a big deal. No One Home deals with 2 matchups really well. Having to be able to deal with big ice would be good, but Anarch has pretty easy ice destruction. Oh, I had delay? No, it's all good. So that's a third bravado. They're playing Falsified to guess Agenda. They guess Mamba Temple. I think we'll just res this. I think this deck only had 2 Falsifieds, so whatever. The Dirty Laundering, okay. Sure. There's a chance we hard-hitting use them here. But then, like, we don't have market forces, so we can't really capitalize on it. Oh, wait, no. They have Dirty Laundry money, never mind. Not surprised that no CBG. Even a 1-of seems necessary, no? I don't know. The thing is, like, a 1-of... I don't think adding a 1-of makes a deck much more consistent. So I would do 3 or bust. I thought the core win rates were up compared to the runners at ATM. They might be. I think that's what we looked at, but those numbers go on for a really long time. Like, they're pretty old. Like, what do? We're not gonna. We have no money. There's no plays we can make. Oh, they have a third Falsified. Oh, they guessed asset. Okay. So that's one of the changes they made. You're plenty on the money list, but you do have to draw it. Yeah, our opening draw is better, but we don't have that much money. Like, what are we going to do? I guess we can stick a bad campaign that's hard for them to deal with. But otherwise, it's just like Maryland. 0-3 with Falsifieds. That's a fair few credits they lost, actually. That's 12 more credits they could have had if they called this things right. They said that this was an asset? Yeah. Yeah, but Temple Efficiency makes these much bigger money. Yeah, you're right. Yo, Epstein, what's up? Played some games for the first time in a while. They're good corp decks. Are there good corp decks? And Rashida's too. Yeah, there definitely are. There must be, right? If we res this, we can res it for 1. We can't score from hand. I don't know if we res it. I think our money's too poor right now. I think we'll actually take the Jeeves because it's going to be hard for them to trash it. Now they don't have Amaku. I don't care if they know this is a Jeeves. Yeah, there definitely are. I just think there's a lot of things that we've seen before, like play Argus, and I think all the Argus lists have been the same for a really long time. Argus is definitely really good right now. It's one of the most winningest corps by a huge margin. Runners anything R&D each turn to try and get the win. Yeah, I think they should. They're trying to I don't know if they need to, right? Like HQ is bad to run because this DBS is going on. They could go run R&D and cheese a win for sure. There's still a lot of agendas in there, but if they control the board, they have no chance of losing. There's the Amakua, and the corporate grant is up. So now exposing means a bit more. So I think we want another DBS. I don't know if another Jeeves is totally necessary. With Jeeves and the money we don't have to res calibration testing, you can do some pretty nutty stuff. We have more than 5 credits. It's gonna go down to 4 though. Titan is Mari combo Asa. Yeah, there's definitely a bunch of these that do work. Great. Well, I guess we'll res everything and go down to 0 again. And they can trash this. We can't protect it. At least they have to trash it, which is a click and 2 credits, and then technically a Citadel trace, which doesn't matter. Are there any good early HQIs that aren't vulnerable to a boomerang? Spiderweb? It depends on the faction, right? But no. Spiderweb. I don't know if there's any other good ice that has more than 2 subroutines that's resable that early. I think Spiderweb might be the only one. Am I missing something, chat? Your Spiderweb is low tempo. Yeah, Spiderweb's horrible tempo. Yo, Felix, what's up? 15? Pachinko and Acme? No, you can still boomerang that. All right, so I think if we need a win, we need to land a hard hitting news into market forces, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. So I think we just do 3 credits, install Maryland, but then we have to prevent it. I guess we can always pre-res it. Bring back Hive. I don't know. Hive was terrible in prison decks. Hive was huge in prison decks. I think we might take the Maryland. The 1 credit difference to trash isn't a big deal. I think we need to do 1, 2, 3, install into a remote. The problem is if we res it, like, they can just trash it. We lose 2 credits. We could, in theory, res it before they install with, I'm not gonna, no. Like, they can get through our Enigma anyways, so whatever. So we can always still res this. Bring back prison decks? I'm pretty glad that they're only 6. Winchester's 3 on HQ might be ignorable. Yeah, you can always trace them though, so diversion you can still get through. And like in the early game, it doesn't matter. Like trash hardware doesn't matter. Trash program doesn't matter. Okay, now we lose. This is fine. Cody, what's up? Turns are 90. Oh, thanks, Pat. They got a Beal. I like that turn a lot better where they trash the ice and run back. A lot of people throw into archives. I don't know. I feel it's always so much better if R&D is open. Obviously on Game Pony, it doesn't matter what they do. So we gained 25 credits. They gained 71. So 25 credits for us, 71 for them. We had no chance. There's nothing we gotta do. Hey, cheers. Yeah, that's probably the worst. Titan with dedication and Ronin. Trying to remember things that were fun for me. Acid Group is pretty combo heavy. Titan isn't combo heavy, but got some good, cool FA combos. Titan has some pretty impressive combos. We used to play Titan classically that was like able to fast events out global food initiatives, and like that's kind of buck wild. And that deck I think is entirely still legal. We'll do another one. We'll try that again. This is hot dog, hot dog, hot dog, hot dog. Oh, cool. Are there any decks that play heavy combos like CI used to? That was the question. They lost 15 credits from guessing wrong falsified since they paid 1 for each. Oh, yeah, you're right, 15. Hey, in YouTube chat. No, let's do it up. All right. So you just want to get that burst. This deck, because it doesn't have bankers, it doesn't get that like burst economy up where if you don't run on turn 1. Adam's an interesting matchup, right? Because they have to trash things, and like Jeeves and Amani early trashes are pretty bad. That's such a good hand. Oh, that's such a better hand. So we keep the fuck out of that. 2 hard hitting news, 3 assets, especially assets that let us res our other assets for free. Oh man, God, that's great. What is this site? Yo, Aztaran, how's it going? This is gentechie.net. You can play Netrunner on here for free. It's run by the community, or specifically a subsection community. It's pretty great. It has everything. Most things are highly automated. It has a deck builder technically, but you can import decks from Netrunner DB. No offense. I'm gonna get this down because if they hit it, they pay more to trash it. But like, that's a way better opening. As much as we don't have R&D iced up, which with again the currents, I'm assuming they're always playing the same directive: safety first. So 3 hand size, draw 1 at the end of turn. We get to see all their cards, but if they run, they get to see the top of R&D. And HQ double access, trash the first card though. They access every turn with the trash cost. So this is gonna be a way better matchup. Rashido would have been super nuts. Yeah, Rashido would have been really good. I'm a bit worried about the HQ pressure from Adam early. Oh, I didn't say best of luck. Have fun. So we'll see how this goes. Thanks. Yeah, of course. Is Jameson FA still valuable? That was a fun deck. It's been a while. Ooh, early Crowder's good. It's been a while since I've tried it. I've no doubt nothing really has changed from it. I don't know. My Jameson FA decks were always a bit janky. They have a multi-threader in hand. They got a Logic Bomb down early, which is good against Tour Guide, and early Corroder. That's pretty meaningful against our deck. So we'll res this. We'll take these tokens, and I think we're just going to res everything to make sure the spice starts to flow. It doesn't matter the order here. So we could do a wrap on HQ. It's not particularly great. Wrap anywhere is not particularly great. So we can maybe draw once. We have a virtual tour. Ooh, what do we protect with that? Do we just put that on R&D? Or we put it in the remote and bait them into it? They have to trash it too. It's, well, I guess they always had to. Atom protection. We could actually put that on R&D if we're really scared. We can draw once more. Team Spawn doesn't really have to do anything right now. I guess they trash it in most places. If they hit on HQ first, they have to trash it. MVT's got to stay on the central. Yeah, I think we put it on R&D, right? Should have res Mumbai on their turn? No. No, it changes nothing, Raketha. Like if we res it on their turn, we did. Well, we did technically. It's like it's refilled. We didn't miss anything, did we? Clicking around on the specialization techie chat rooms and wondering about the Korean Netrunner community. I don't know anything about specifically the Korean Netrunner community. I don't know if anybody in chat does know. I know there's a lot of language lobbies in the front of JNet, but from my digging through them, like generally just the front chat room, the English one is largely all that's being used. Maybe that's ignorant, I don't know. But I've always, every once in a while, dug through them. Well, they have a multi-threader. That's obviously good tech. They can get that down this early. I don't know if they need to. Having that as a surprise is definitely pretty good. But even if they have to clear all the tags, that's 4 credits, which, you know, it's a lot. Especially if they hit the MVT first, and they might struggle to do that. They haven't got down a daily casts, any sort of drip or Zekis, any sort of, what's it called? Folding from home. So that's not that bad. And that's a 2 credits and 2 click play, which is not very tempo positive. Oh, they're actually going for the trash here. Ooh, Maryland, they'll have the trash F for 3, going down to 3, so this trace will 100% go through. So we'll shuffle Maryland back. I don't see why not. This actually is a really good ability, right? Because it shuffles the top of R&D, so they don't know the card on top anymore. The trace 4 will go through. If they clear the tag, we can still hard-hitting use them, and then if they spend half their turn and 4 credits clearing the 2 tags, like it's so good for us because we can still jam stuff on the table at the same time. They have another logic bomb in hand, and we're gonna free res this bad boy. All right, here we go. More money. Oh, I clicked for a credit in that. I obviously didn't want to do that. So there you go. They can't even clear that. That's a bold play. Yeah, it's a super bold play. Yeah, getting this down without needing it is like obviously an absurd amount of tempo loss. And I think it's a lot worse. It's a lot better not to do that, right? Because then we can hardly use them and think, oh, we got them. And then they show us a surprise. I never like revealing my hand too early. I guess it's a bit different with Adam, where you only have 3 hand size and you want to specifically go down to 2 cards at the end of your turn just to ensure that you'll get that free card draw. So I think their hand is Logic Bomb. We trash find the truth, right? It's so great. Yeah, we probably do. Well, we almost definitely do if they cleat the tags. Like we got Drippy Con, we're not flooding up. We just start trashing their shit. And once they trash their shit, they're just kind of a blank runner with some weird cards. Hey, Nanico. I need to look more into Jemison Fast Events, Tanuki. I've always just been playing way too Junebug heavy in that deck, modernly. Yo, Astron, you found it! Welcome to JNet! Shit's great! Alright, so what could they do here? They could, in theory, do credit, dirty laundry, misdirection, if they have exactly everything. No, it's all good. That's also my problem with Netrunner. Like based on the last game and the game against Vincent, like I don't like playing. Well, I kind of grew fond of playing against CTM. It's always like oh god, this is gonna be like. It's always on the knife edge. CTM can be really exciting as long as you don't mind getting buried by hard-hitting news and all that. Unfortunately, we're gonna trash all this shit. We don't have any other like meaningful punishment, but I don't want to res this. I don't think we need to. We'll res the spawn for free, I guess. They generally don't trash that early. Oh, I did that in the wrong order, I'm aware. But like playing 409 is just so good. Like you have the ability to deal with so many stuff. So we gotta trash only so many things. I think neutralize all threats is fine. Eventually we'll have daily business show up, I hope. So HQ pressure isn't that reasonable. Find the truth is the way they win. We can also just trash logic bombs so that they actually have to find a way to deal with tour guide, which I honestly don't know what it is. Safety first, whatever. I think we can just afford to trash everything. We're gonna make 3 credits next turn. We have 2 temples on the table. Yo, just popping in. We playing in a tournament or just jamming CTM games in casual lobby? Yeah, we got stomped last CTM. But yeah, Cody, we got a GNK on Tuesday. Do you have any suggestions for a corp deck? I was just given this CTM deck from Rob, and so I'm giving it a shot. You probably run the new Enter Killer. Oh yeah, you're right, actually. Adore is a lot worse now because we got rid of a lot of their virtuals, but it is pretty good against Tour Guide. Even without the virtuals, it's fine against Tour Guide. We're losing out of credit value not pre-resing this, but I don't think we really need to do that. Oh, we found psychographics, but no agenda, huh? So we can draw once and probably double install. We could even consider installing an agenda now that we have Jeeves on the table. I think it might be worth a shot. We only have 3 cards in hand, 2 credits. I don't know if they run at this point, and we could in theory score out Remastered with Jeeves, Fire Team Spawn to bring back whatever, or basically install whatever we mandatory draw. Build a Titan deck with Ronin, Dedication Ceremony, Biotic. That's kind of the problem with Titan though. It's like, oh man, I don't know. That combo does nothing against I've Had Worse, but I think people aggressively I've Had Worse against Titan. It's just like Titan's such a strong ID with like just doing the simple Atlas train shit that like spending influence doing something else feels so weird. There must be better ways to Ronin out of like, I don't know, what's it called? I'm doing this wrong, I'm totally aware. I should not do that wrong. I can click on this first, the automation's really slick. But you can probably do Ronin out of other things that do dedication. Hey Maverick, have you played an Issei Legal Apoc deck before? If you have, can you point me to it? I don't think we have on this channel. I actually haven't been enjoying. I think most Apocalypse decks are all the same. We probably did play one. I think there was one as a deck list of the week. Maybe search deck list of the week, and a couple, maybe 2 months ago there might have been one. I might be able to dig one up after this game. Let's go, Malzahn. I stepped away for a sec. Did you say my name? That's a weird question. Oh, there's another Cody actually in Twitch chat. Cody from San Francisco. So we're gonna score that. That's good. We can install a card from HQ R&D. I don't know really what we need to. We can put the Enigma and R&D just to not get cheesed. Putting on a remote is fine too, because then it's on the remote. I'll actually put on R&D. I don't know. I don't want to get cheesed out by singles. It's unlikely. They can't steal Bologna, I guess. Thanks, of course. Don't shuffle the Maryland. You have sponsorship? Oh, you're right. I'm a stupid. I'm a stupid. Yeah, we probably shouldn't have shuffled that because we could have reinstalled it. It's better than Enigma. Yeah, totally true. Thank you. Falsely Gag, Asmari, Titan, Argus, all that T1. I like to pick one you know the best, which has got to be Gag. I pick the one you know the best. Yeah, I probably need to play Gagarin, but playing Gagarin at a GNK probably isn't a good look. Oh, hello, Other Cuddy. Holy asses, fan Batman. Yo, Andre, how's it going? Yeah, this start was pretty alright. So there's the Rizeki. That's the econ that I need. Is it too little, too late? I guess tune in 3 turns to find out. So we can fast advance. We kind of just need to get our draw down. Our filter draw with that is really good. And we can probably just build a remote as well with Tour Guide. Unfortunately, I didn't consider the Jeeves click efficiency here. I don't want to draw 3 more times, so I think I'm just going to eat that. My bad. Night and day these matches. Yeah, David, right? Like, that's the thing. Fucking having just good economy, having that economic pressure. Like, we were losing 2 credits a turn as CTM against 419. If you don't get your money up early and that deck doesn't have hedge fund or anything, like, you're fucked. Maybe that deck needs to run hedge fund again, like they used to do for Worlds back in the day, just so they could deal with, like, mining accident. Just because turn 1 419 pressure is too much. Maybe you also can run Liz, what's her name? Lizzie Mills to trash locations, but Bad Pub seems so bad. CTM still seems ridiculously poor. I agree with you, Jessica. I think I like the Boom version way better than this. This seems way too fragile. Oh, they have to trash that for 5. Unfortunately, it's not an installed card, so they don't take a tag. Oh, that's a bummer. At least they have no money. Yeah, fair. Gag at GMK is a bit mean. Yeah, it is. It kind of is, huh? But like our criminal opponent, besides the fact that we were losing 2 credits a turn, played like 3 Bravado, Gamble, Hedge Fund. So far they're on 1 Gamble, a Rizeki, and a Daily Casts. And that's not to say like maybe it was bad luck and all that, but I don't know. That criminal deck has so much money in it. I'm gonna do it half right. That's like a good compromise, so we can please both parties, myself and everyone else who doesn't want to be frustrated the way I play these. All right, so unfortunately the Maryland is still in our deck. We can fast advance this thing out. I don't think we need to. I think we can just roll it behind a Tour Guide and call it a day. So we don't have a triple install, which is a bit of a bummer. So I think we might just do 3 clicks single install. The thing that we're weak to is the last Logic Bomb, and we're not seeing what they draw anymore. If they steal this, whatever, we could hardly even use them here again, actually. Which means we're more likely, like, Psycho that good with hard hitting news? Like, what the fuck do you do with it? Like, how do you big Psycho a Beal? You can't, so you just do small Psycho? Yeah, we'll hard hitting some. Okay, other Cody. I've been other Andre since I've started playing Netrunner in 2014. I'm so sorry! You might have been playing before me. I don't know. This Mari seems fairly good, clean Netrunner. I'd go with that. This Mari, though, to me, doesn't seem either unfair, which is a horrible sentence, but like most of this Mari is just like Glacier, and then the best card they have is to be unfair Scarcity, and then it's just like Glacier building a remote. And I think if someone just camps the remote and they can deal with the NGO fronts, like, I don't know. It's not a matchup that I find really exciting, or like a deck I find super exciting to play, where I feel like I'm making very meaningful choices. That deck can also flood up really bad, which feels worse, and maybe I'm just like, I don't know, humans are generally averse of negative experiences more than, you know, it outweighs the positives in a lot of ways. We don't need another Jeeves. Oh yeah, they clear the tags. That's fine. That's fine. We really don't have a good team spawn here. All right, so we'll just try and score a Bologna after this. We can get this to 3 points. Is it ever worth it to make this a big deal? I don't think so, because we can score 15 minutes and then, like, in theory, we can advance this again with the Jeeves click and then put this on it to make it a 3-point deal. I really don't think it's necessary, and our money is a bit shit. So we'll do the, whatever, the Beal, add a card from HQ, so we can just put this. I don't know what we have to protect. R&D, I guess. And then we can just take another credit. Fucking up that Maryland was actually pretty meaningful. Like, we lost what could have been another 16 credits at least at this point. Psychographics means you're just waiting for them to give up and go tag me instead of doing anything proactive. I really don't like it. Yeah, it feels weird. This deck also does run Bologna and 1-pointers. Like, you could do closed accounts, which I guess is market forces. You could do exchange, which seems really potent with 15 minutes. I think you should have advanced the Beal last turn to BH. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're right. We don't need that much money to res this. Oh, it's a tour guide too. I thought it was Enigma. Yeah, we don't need that much money to res it. Yeah, maybe that was wrong too. Go to 3 points for this turn with Jeeves. Yeah, I could see it. So they're struggling again. They have a pad tab once a turn. I totally forgot about that. We probably want to trash that just because their economy is now 2-click and we can basically have their economy. Unless they play like a, I guess, a hedge fund here, or sorry, sure gamble would be good. So that's the last emergent creativity, bringing down an Adore, calling it totally correctly. So now they don't have 3 virtuals, so it's only going to be 2 credits to break any another century subroutines. A really, really good counter to Tour Guide. But they did throw out the Gordian Blade. And I don't know if they have, I assume they have a Reclaim to bring it back, but this Enigma is looking pretty juicy. And we could have saved a click and a credit installing it for free on the remote with Team Spawn, because you install ignoring all costs. And Hunting Grounds doesn't deal with anything in our deck, which is pretty great. So the first time I can say that about a deck in a long time. So this doesn't help us win. So I'm not interested in scoring it. Virtual resource. The value. Oh yeah, so they technically save 2 credits per break on Hunting Grounds. So that's, you know, it can be a big deal when their economy is like that. I think we can just do 3 credits to trash pad tab. It's not progressing our board in any meaningful way, but at least we have really good draw. We can fast advance an ARES. And our Bologna seems to be in an okay spot. I think we're going to do that. I don't think they should have this money. And we don't have a preemptive or anything, I don't think. So, like, we only have 1 more hard-hitting news to even pressure them, and we don't have access to it. I don't like this list, I don't think. Like, we're not doing anything particularly well. Our draw is really good with DBS, that's true. Mamba is a crazy card, but we're not getting value from it. I don't know. INA, the remastered behind Enigma. You score it, you win like 100%. That's a good point with Jeeves. You can just jam it. You're right, though. If we did score that, we almost definitely win because we have 2 counters in Jeeves. Like, we can score anything out of hand largely. Double access on HQ, Enigma to wrap, so they know that they need to find a way to deal with Enigma. Also, for what it's worth, their MU is full because they don't have Brain Chip giving them extra value. We have an Enigma on R&D, which will face check. We can res that for only 1 credit, and the face check will fire. He's low. They're low on money. I would have gone for a score, and you could have won on a Scout. Yeah, I think you might have been right. I think we probably should have jammed the 4-2. I think I was just tunneling on finding a Bologna and being able to, like, never advance a Bologna. But yeah, I think because we don't have any hard-hitting news, we need to go really fast. If this was an Enigma, I think we definitely would have done it. Rashida? Probably the Rashida, actually. This is cool too, but I think we just need more stuff. So I think we're gonna do a triple install this turn. Server 10. Server 10. And what do we got ice up? HQ doesn't matter. So far, this is looking good too. I think we might want to ice up Jeeves. I think Jeeves is actually really important. I guess just put on server 10, but it's going to cost us a fair few credits. Yeah, fuck it. Super remote. Let's go. How much of this can we res? Actually, a lot. We have 2 Mumbas on the table. Yeah, I think Rashida helps you win. I mean, you can already NA a Bologna. Yeah, we just need to find it. But yeah, I think we're going to try and never advance a Bologna. And this is only 0 credits. Actually, wait, that's 0 credits? Why do we install that? What are we doing? At least it looks scary. We paid 2 credits for that, for this to look scary. Maybe the logic bomb it, or not logic bomb, boomerang it. I really doubt it. Yeah, they break this for free. Why did we do that? That was stupid. Super remote that cost 0 to break? This one, yeah. This, though, that's legit. This also, holy shit, the super remote's terrible. We could have saved so much money by just throwing shit away. So we have to worry about the last logic bomb. Oh, that was dumb. Tour guide's blank. I didn't realize there was 2 tour guides here. What are we doing? Whatever. Those tour guides let out. Yeah, yo, Adori's good. I like Adori a lot more than Black Orchestra. I don't know if you need... Yeah, if you have 3 virtuals, of course. But even if you don't, it's still pretty good against big guys. All right, gamble, gamble. They're back in the black. I think that's expression. I panicked for a second. All right, my friends. Here we go. Scorbial from hand. I don't think we need a Scorbial from hand. I think we can just jam. Dory's good, but not ridiculous. I really like it. Yeah, I think you're right. It's not absurd. And again, Anarch Killer shouldn't be. IMO, damn, I was certain that was a Bologna. That would have been nice. Alright, so they can definitely get this. We could score it out, but like, I don't know. I don't think we need to. And next turn we can do, we can win if they don't run this, right? Because we can do triple advance, Jeeves. Oh, I forgot a mandatory. I don't think that changes anything. In theory, yeah, we would have installed this over the Jeeves, but hopefully if I think the next agenda we score, we win. Yeah, mandatory draw, yeah, totally. Skyke, what's up? Hey, buddy, keep running. Thank you. Cheers. How you doing? Take your Mando. We figured it out eventually. You could install all full. Yeah, we could. I don't know. The credit's fine. We could install all 4. I don't think this card matters. It makes HQ more interesting to run when there's 3 cards than there's straight 2, but I'm pretty sure they think we jam everything. Ooh, wow. They're just trashing parts. Like, I don't know. We seem to be on game point. I don't know if you need to trash that. And they know we have Psycho, so they can't really go tag me in a compelling way. Team spawn, wrap. Also, keeping this in hand is cool because if they run HQ, they have to trash it. Which I don't know if they're excited to do. They have no decoder, so Enigma kind of annoying. Yeah, they don't have a decoder. They have 1 more logic bomb, and their decoder's in the bin, which I think the only recursion they run is either buffer chip or reclaim. And that is game point. So that's the 3-point Beal. So with Jeeves and with this token. This doesn't matter. Good game. All right, so similarly, our econ was butt. I think we did really fuck up the Maryland campaign thing there, but like we gained still less money than them. We gained less money than them. Hey, cheers. I felt I should have gone for the Roseka in the first EC. I think so. Or I'm not a fan on spending cards, resources, clicks on pulling out misdirection until you need it. Good surprise. And sometimes you don't need it. We'll never gain as much money as a runner, but our res costs are lower than our trash costs. Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. Like every asset in this deck besides Rashida, and I guess Kali Tussing is absurdly weighted in our favor. But I don't know if they can get enough money. Totally, I was too worried about HHMN. Yeah, just pull it from pocket. CSR campaign instead of money seems ridiculous to me. Even just another pad campaign would be better, I think. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. I don't think I like this list. I think it seems pretty fragile. Like if it gets a really good opening, yeah, sure it can roll some people, but like it rolls really slow, right? Like it doesn't have any super unfair ice besides tour guide, which people can't deal with. The early is not bursty. The best thing you can do is the one ARES on the table or hit the one Mumbet virtual tour if things are going really poorly, and then they need to punish it with hard hitting news. Rather Rizek built on my money. I think I might have been Bressai. Does it count Mamba money in the summary? No, not at all. Well, actually, it might have, considering I added it to the credit pool. It might actually, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. All right. All right. That's an interesting CTM list. Fuck it. Just to show the difference, I want to play the other CTM list. Sorry we're playing so much CTM. We got another hour and a half in us. So we'll play another deck after this. But this is the CTM that I like playing. I think it's a lot burstier. Hey, Cody. This is the other Cody. Came to Twitch to say hello. That's very kind. Hey, Cody's. All right, so the other CTM we play is, what's it called? Yeah, this one. I think this has our changes on it. 419 as well, hey. So this has a lot more money into it. We have an early repair squad, which is good Mamba Temple. We have IP block for HQ, which they can always trace through, but we can definitely keep this. And the idea is that we have false leads, which is something that we can score out, and then we can get them with 2 tags and 4 tags, and then can't clear 2 of them, and we generally boom them. If they do have Citadel, it's pretty hard. This is going to be a hard matchup because currents and all that. Thanks for game, Andre. That was fun. Oh, Super Jake. Hey, cheers. I think I would have played if I had done my testing beforehand. Yeah. Good luck to you. Thank you. And then we have the punishment in hand. So what can we do? I think we want to protect everything. And next turn we can just hit this. If this lives, it's so good for us. And if they're a mining accident, which some 419s are. Obviously not the best end to run ice, but if they do try and diversion us through, we can always spend money into the trace, which at least does something for us, as opposed to giving it to them. I only know of one other Jessica in Netrunner. I think there's a couple Andres in Netrunner, but I do speak in live in a French-speaking country, or not French-speaking area where that name is more common. Yeah, fuck it. They know what this is, but at least we can give them a tag, maybe. They have a 1 and 3, and they also have a trashable here, which kind of entirely tells what our attack is. Resing this is a bit silly, but I don't want them to get in, because then they can just run back. So I can do 6. I don't want to boost. They probably just trash this, but their economy isn't great. They didn't bravado or anything that turn. I think this deck also has a... Does this deck have a... What's it called? The HQ Criminal Wayland Ice. I feel like it might. No, it doesn't. For some reason, I thought it did. All right. So we made them pay 2. Not bad. That's a weird. I played the Iberian Lockdown tourney where all the currents were banned. It was liberating to play a resource-heavy deck and not have to worry about Grant. There's a pad tap. Wait, what's happening? Are they coming back? Oh, you can't install pad tap mid-run. Okay, that was an accident. Cool. Consulting visit. That's the best hit by far. There's a pad tap, which... Did we trash it? I think we just hit this. Credits. So their economy isn't amazing. We have a price tag, which is also a hell of a card. I was watching the Lockdown tourney yesterday. It looked like a fun meta. Yeah, I'm down with getting rid of all currents. There's at least me, Marc-Andre. I think there was one or more. I think there was one more. I've been looking for a deck where a Roughneck Repair Squad seems useful. I like in this one. This one is kind of the last point that was in the deck specifically, so you could play this without having an alliance. And I think the deck originally ran a different card, but I think Roughneck is really good. If they don't deal with it, you get more money than them. Generally, they have to deal with it. It removes bad publicity. It does a lot of good stuff for you. Like, look, that's a huge swing. It's admittedly our turn, but that's like a 9 credit swing plus the trace. It's good. Been trying with the outfit. I like the outfit to go fast. I feel like these cards are too slow for the outfit, and they're gonna take the tag here. Hit it, give them 1, but then you can afford to trash them more easily. Yeah, 1 more credit though is fine. It was a really fun tournament. Saw the semis and finals yesterday, thrilling matches with Sarswati. I need to watch more their stuff. I haven't seen enough online Netrunner as of late. So their money is a bit in the toilet. We can, in theory, consulting into hard-hitting news, which actually probably is the play here. I think we do. I think we just do credit a consulting visit to hard-hitting news because we have the boom in hand. It could be a really short game. Roughneck is sweet. It's like a better melange. Yeah, I guess so. I know we've had conversations before on this channel where people aren't happy about it because they don't like the idea of them being able to remove the tags. Yeah, they're dead. Easy wins. I mean, where was this player when you were on the last list? Yeah, that would have gone better for us, but like, I don't know. Diversion Funds, Amina, Bravado, Paragon, Corporate Grant. They had everything. They had everything they needed. Oh, they just left. Oh, bummer. They had everything they needed. I think they just needed to not like get wild accesses and go down to little money where hard hitting news is a thing. Like they could have diversioned, not really through this, but at least if we don't have money, it's fine. They should have played the Grant. I'm assuming turn one, maybe they just drew it. The Bravado HQ is better than running HQ. I think they could have done a lot more things that would give him a bit more. Skapan from Twitch. Good day to everyone. Oh yeah, what up? It makes your HQ impenetrable. That's also true too. They can't really get in and trash the boom. Is the Lady Liberty deck I literally just played against? This deck does, I forget, does it have Lady Liberty? Yeah, it does. Maybe, I don't know. I've been playing this deck for a while. I think I got a bit, again, we were talking about like being avoidant of negative experiences. I played this in the Montreal Store Championship and I played against Kyle from Toronto and Kyle was playing like Hoshiko with like Friday Chip and Imp and basically I should have conceded the game 20 minutes earlier because I was just purging turnover. It was miserable. And since then, I've been really scared to play it. Welcome to prison. Yeah, Kyle, what up? We'll give it another shot. I don't know. I don't think we're going to play CTM on Tuesday. We should probably just roll out and do something else after this. All right, Az, still got a link. Ooh, CU is a mean card. The opening hand is not amazing. We don't have anything to protect HQ as a link. Jobs and connections. Not really worried about those. We're going to mulligan this for more assets. Oh, such a better hand. Sort of. Hey, hey. All right. So, unfortunately, if we just jam everything, our HQ is going to be only agendas. I think a lot of times Az wants to set up a bit more than anything else. So we could kind of get away with this. It's a bit dodgy for sure. They could be on game point turn one. At least we get a lot of money and then we could consult into hard-hitting news. I guess dirty laundry, diversion, stuff like that would be bad. If we, at least for most of that stuff, we will have enough to res to duck it. But you never see that at CTM. They meant hi there, but my bad, hit there is more accurate. One question, you from Canada? Yeah, I am. Spain. Oh no! Hey, cheers. It's a good time for Europe. It's like what, 6 in the evening on a Sunday. It's pretty pleasant. Gotta go. Having a very late lunch. Have a great day. Thanks so much, Xforburn. Nailed it. I think. Take care, eh? Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Hi, Mama. You too. Nice. Let's see how they start. So I don't know, as lists are like kind of a thing. Stealth as I think is definitely possible. Powerless Cafe always seems to be a thing. Armitage code busting, they install that for free. Free Magnum seems pretty okay. Is that fast enough? They're checking out our pad campaign. That's probably the one that they're least likely to trash out of the three. Obviously not gonna trash that. They are risking hard-hitting news, mind you. They do have a link, and then Nasek. So we kind of got away with I don't want to say murder, but Rashida is the good one, and that's the one they didn't check. So not gonna check any of this. I think we're just gonna res all of this stuff. Hopefully we get something ice to put on HQ because our hand is a bit bad. Yeah, Raven on HQ is fine. We also do Raven, Jam, False Lead. They seem to be checking our stuff, which is kind of scary. And we don't have that much stuff. We might have to throw something out here. If they get a False Lead, it's probably fine. So we can put this on HQ. Again, a lot of agendas up in there. We can do this in new remote, click for credit. We really got to figure out a way to jam into remote relatively soon before this becomes an issue. If we didn't have that many agendas, I think we would have jammed behind the Raven. But then we're still pretty weak to diversion since we res most of our cards that we want to duck under. First click daily cast. Never like that unless they know that they're going to do nothing else. You don't want to spend your money in the beginning of turn and do nothing with it. Right? Like, you can do that last click, right? Because this, I don't know. They're not playing around MVT exactly. So that's a Rashida trash. I reckon they want to do that. The trace is only going to be 3 more credits. They're not trashing Rashida. Wow. Maybe they're setting up for the HQ pressure, which would be pretty relevant. And now they're accessing on R&D. Not that many agendas left in the deck. Ooh, they got a false lead. Okay. So we'll res Rashida. We'll pop off a bit. We just want some ice for a remote, let alone from essentials. And we did not get any, but we do have the daily business show, which is something we wanted a bit earlier. And we also can protect stuff with prize tech. We're going to get the credit lead, and the credit lead does matter a fair bit when it comes to making them die. Commercial bankers group, we probably want to protect, so I think we can put it on the commercial bankers group. That's going to be a lot of money. Hopefully we can capitalize on it. We have to throw out something here. I don't know if we want to throw out an agenda. Our hand is really, really bad. The boom is something, we have 3 preemptives in this deck, so throwing out the boom is not too bad. I think we actually could just throw out a false lead. I'm scared to throw out a 3-pointer because then technically they're on game point. At least if they steal this false lead, a lot of times it doesn't help them too much. 2 clicks to pay hostage. So hostage is coming down. They get to play a connection of turn. This is the first time or second time they use their ability. That's a class act, which they pay. So they basically paid 4 for this and 2 clicks. Ooh, they're running this last click. They're going to end. Oh, no, they have 1 more click. So no further action. The order that they access this might matter because they can only afford to trash 1 of them. So they did the prize tech first, do damage, which is pretty meaningful, especially when they threw out their killer. I don't know if there's a lot of redundancy. Yo, Cook Ed, good afternoon. Nice to catch the stream. How's it going? Yo, you're streaming, Cook, right? And there's a commercial bankers group they don't trash. Because if they trash it, they can't clear the tag. So clearing the tag, we have access to hard-hitting news. And from there, I don't know, things seem okay. Class act draws 4. So we'll res just about most everything. I think we're actually going to res the price tech so we're not weak to falsified. They know what it is. We might as well. All right, I think we want the Raven. So I think we can just do Raven remote and then hard-hitting news with the consulting visit. And if they don't clear the tags, which next turn they have 4 credits. In theory, they could, but they would need either like networking or they would need Deuces Wild, both things that are possible in their deck. But I think we just want to set up for remote. And the Ravens get really bad if they do go tag me, which it looks like they're on the cusp of doing. And we don't have the boost, luckily. Rotage, what's up? 6 credits? 2, 3, 4. Why 6 credits? How's it going, Rotage? Barely first time last week, just doing some super beginning to show people how to deck build and use JNet and NRB. Ah, super cool. How do we find that? What's the channel? Oh, sorry. What's up, Rotage? Oh, we forgot to end our turn. Look like a dick. They both look like cast. Oh, yeah. This is the Armitage. You don't see that too often. So remove tag. So they can, oh, wow, yeah, right. They can actually remove it with the Armitage. So they're not in the boom range and we don't have anything to punish them, but at least we're getting, oh, in theory, we can punish them by trashing their board. That'd be good. Closed accounts is pretty meaningful. We don't have another hard-hitting news, but that's a good card. I don't know if we need another daily business show. Obviously, another daily business show is good. So we basically have a fork here between jamming the Bologna or trashing their class act, cast, and Armitage. And I feel like their money is really bad that we'd probably rather do that. And if their money's that bad, I guess they can always free install an Armitage. I think we probably just spend some time cleaning the area a bit, just get that stuff off the table. I'm good. I'm doing good. Thank you. Good. Thanks a bit behind the stream. Family keep talking. I don't know if you're asking me, Jessica, but I'll answer anyways. All right, basic action, click for 4. Still keeping the tag, so we could have closed accounts now if we had it. From here, our money is still very massively good, and we always have a play with NASX to get even more money. They do have a link, but the IP block seems pretty good. So we can probably install advance the Bologna and go from there. Install advance the false lead, or just installing the false lead is probably good enough, but I don't know. Yeah, I'd rather do the Bologna. I'm a bit scared of doing the other one. SSL. Obviously, if they steal, it's not that bad for us. Yeah, I think Jam Bologna is fine. We still score this and technically spend no money, but we do spend time on it, which is technically money. Inside job, there you go. Oh, wow, fuck. So they can, I'm actually gonna, I don't think we res this. So they can steal this. Wow. They did gamble with the job. So I'm glad we didn't put the SSL. At least if they steal this, we can hardly use them. But you know what? We could easily lose this. We can easily lose this. Just need to get the IP block on there. And we could have considered resing this. Our money probably would have recovered from it, but if we res it, it's better it gets inside job, I guess. I don't know. So, oh, they disconnected. Hopefully they come back. So I think we want to score the next Bologna. I don't think we need more bankers up in here. I think we don't need the second daily business show. I don't want to do a 1 and 3. Hey, hey. So, yeah, we'll go from here. Damn, love me that aggro inside job. This shit's good. Inside job is underrated. I think a lot of people play boomerang in that slot, which might be even better, but inside job's a hell of a card. Now we're weak to spearfishing. So we don't have punishment just yet. We haven't drawn another hard-hitting news. That's the argument for getting another daily business show down. But we're getting a comfortable, like what, for 5 credits a turn. Next turn we can double advance this. And we still have a lot of work to do. Like we can't remove the tag, and they just removed the tag, so it's pretty good. I think we'll take that. I think we might actually want to ice up R&D just so we don't lose to like jammy singles. Afraid of EOI. That's a good one. I don't think this deck runs EOI. I'm pretty sure it's not. But you have to be scared of it. Blueberry Diesel, TM, trademark. So some filtering, technically some card drop. Both SSL on bottom of the deck though. Oh, that's true actually. We have filtered a fair bit and we don't have any way to shuffle besides our preemptives. And they're going down to 0 credits. They'll have 2 next turn with cast. So not much they can do this click besides credit. I guess they could draw to discard. And so I don't know if we need to really jam the Bologna. It's a pawn shop. Okay, so that's a restricted card. That means no grant, which is obviously always a great thing to see. I think the preemptive is a bit better. It gets our consultings back. It gets an agenda back into the deck, which could matter. I think we can just go ahead and score here. And I wonder what they're pawning. I'm assuming they're just pawning away, like, maybe not a prognosticate loop, but just like an Armitage for value and a bank job for value. Both of those cards, they pay for value. They leave a credit or 2 credits on it and just pawn it. A bank job is going to be a huge swing, and I have no doubt they have it if they're playing Armitage. So we got to expect that. EOI in a breaking newsless world. From hero to 0. I think EOI is still playable at 15 minutes. There's a dirty laundry. They're coming in for access. They're going to get their agenda. So now I don't know. I think we're on 1 2-pointer. I think we have a what's it called? They also ran now, which is wild because the hardening news can be scary, but they can always just like get the daily cast and pawn it to deal with the hardening news. But what was I going to say? I forget. I'm scared of bank job. Clicking for credits. You've been doing a lot of that, drawing a card. Okay, cool. So no triggers here. There's a hard-hitting news we want. So I think we can get daily business show down. We can even consider jamming the SSL. Obviously, if they steal it, they win. I think we can't fork them because it's hard to fork with 5/3s. We can't do install advance. I think we can install this so we're on game point. So we have to spend 8. This is scary because we have a 1 and 3 in HQ and they might not respect a data raven if they do decide to go tag me. So like a single legwork wins the game. Chanting, jam it. Really need a false lead to score so HHN can stick. Yeah, there's actually a big chance that we didn't want a hard-hitting news there because we didn't have this scored yet. We could have waited a turn because I think our economy is going to be way harder than them. I think you're right, actually, Rataj. We haven't played this deck in a while. I think that's 100% right. So we don't hard-hitting news until we can actually land a kill. So now our agenda's on the bottom of the deck. We don't need any more money. We'll score the false leads. We're also now on game point. But so far, they are as well, which is a pretty big deal. We can also trade this for a 3-pointer, which, you know, is okay. But then we have to score another 3-pointer because I think those are all the 1-pointers in our deck. I think you're totally right. Any more HHN in the deck? There's 1 more, and we have a preemptive, so we'll put all of these back in the deck anyways. This turn, I think we're definitely preemptiving. Ooh, Hydra. Putting on the outside is weak against inside job, but it's something. Where do we put the Hydra, actually? Can we also just jam here? I feel like the jam seems pretty safe. They could just go through this, though. It doesn't end the run. We didn't commit to the jam. Whatever. If we jammed, we should have installed this, right? Like, there's no point in installing this if we jammed. They think it's a Bologna, so they might not access, but then they probably just go ham on centrals. They have to get through 3 of the sites. They have to inside job this, or it's going to be a problem. They have 3 credits or 4 credits when they pawn this. Hopefully they do. And then the data raven doesn't matter. I feel like we should just jam here. And if they install a bunch of stuff, we can always panic and use the false lead, right? If they like install corroder and then stim hack or whatever. Or I guess not stim hack, but you see what I mean. I mean, you have 27 credits. You can res Hydra? Yeah, we can probably afford it. I don't mind the trade gets them off match point. Yeah, the trade doesn't matter if the, or what do you mean the trade? They need to break IP block because you can boost the trades. Yeah, they need to deal with that. Last Belladonna. We're playing around the Bellona. Hydra doesn't end the run though. Maybe I understand what this was. Hydra does end the run. End the run if the runner is tagged, and they'll get a tag of the first subroutine fires. Okay, we're gonna hover over this thing. Blueberry Diesel, not a good start for them. They need to access. That's a second Blueberry Diesel. Again, it looks like they're digging for something. With inside job, it's pretty good. They inside job us here, we're fucked. At least they'd have to credit first. Abagnale, okay, so this is fine. Wait, if they inside job with Abagnale, they lose. Oh, fuck. We should have false leaded. Did they wait long enough? We should have pinged for an action. Well, we lost. We should have waited. I think they should have waited. After they installed the Abagnale, yeah, because they had to do credit inside job. I don't know if they waited long enough. I feel like we should have just false leaded. That sucks. This is a lost inside job. Yeah, exactly. That's why we needed to false lead. But I needed to tell them to wait. I don't know what to do here. In my heart, you won. I don't think you were so pressured as to push that hard. I don't think we were, but we could have used the false lead. That sucks. TBH with false lead, I would have been slow with runner actions. Yeah, me too. It's clumsy. Oh, this is clumsy. I have a window between your second and third. Click to. Did they wait long enough? I really don't think they did. Yeah, I don't think they did. I think you give them the win and chalk it up to experience. Yeah, that's fair. I don't give a shit. Nah, it's all good. Ugh, tits. So much info revealed, I know. Yeah, I don't think this matters. We could have just gave it to them. They waited long enough. Yeah, this is super clumsy. With false data would be slow with runner actions. Yeah, I think you would. In theory, you should ask like, "Hey, do you want to use it? Do you want to use it?" It's like playing Spark and stuff. I think yeah, I guess we're just gonna use it. They in theory should have 1 fewer credits. Whatever. I feel like a dickhead. All right, so now we're committed to Glacier, but at least we have Lady Liberty, which works pretty well with Glacier. So now they just need to go smash Centrals. And we haven't, we did just shuffle with the preemptive, so our agendas, we didn't preemptive, did we? No, so our agendas are still kind of at the bottom. Excuse me. I hope it didn't look like a total dickhead. Earn base action to draw a card. So we just want to get this in the remote, and then basically we have to exactly draw at a 2 or 3 pointer at the right time when we're controlling our draw pretty heavily, so we might be able to get away with it. We also have 27 credits, and in theory, more hard-hitting news is I don't know if we want a preemptive. In theory, if we were keeping track of when we were drawing, CU can be rude, actually. I think we're going to keep the CU and keep the Lady Liberty. Place up R&D. Put that in a new remote. And then we'll just res this, and hopefully we rip something off the top. Override Raven to preemptive it to install on the outside. I don't know, if they're on game point, I don't think they respect the Raven anymore. No further actions, so they're weak to hard-hitting news. We only have 1 more in the deck. That's a CU, you definitely need to trash that. And we can give them a tag. Oh, I see what you mean. To put on the outside so the IP blocks on the inside. Right. Very true. So now that they're weak to hard-hitting news, we'll res this. There are no more one-pointers, so this is not going to actually fire. So we're going to bury that. So now we cycle through our deck. So there's an agenda probably straight on top of our deck at this point. We could Rashida here. If we kept track of our deck really well, we could know when to Rashida. Because Rashida, I think Rashida at this point is more likely... How many agendas are left in the deck? Not many, actually. No one-pointer? No one-pointer. So we can install this and basically click to draw off this, and we'll see, what, 6 cards? So the chance of us drawing into our 1-2 pointer is like kind of high. We could also install over the Prisec, which would be a bit more annoying for them, which is pretty okay. Because I don't think we need the Commercial Bankers group that much longer. I think we might do that. Otherwise, they'd trash this pretty easily. We could draw once here, but if we draw a 2-pointer, we're fucked. I don't want to draw. Do you keep SSL and HQ for 2 turns? Guess not. Yeah, yeah, maybe actually. Maybe we could have just kept SSL. That's a good point. But I don't know, bottom of the deck seems pretty safe. And I think they need to go all in right now, right? Like, they're on game point. They're just going to boomerang HQ and legwork, right? So I'm glad we didn't. They also have they have an inside job in hand. So, like, even this Hydra on the outside is kind of shite. Well, where's the Raven? Whatever. We haven't seen a turning wheel so far. They haven't got a lot of money from the As ability. Like, you generally don't. Fire Unbroken Subroutines? What? Oh, I guess they're going to tag me. Okay. They could trash the boom, which would be bad. We'll boost 1 just to ensure this goes through. We can install it where it matters, shuffle our agendas up so we can use this window. Going to tag me is obviously a problem. Oh, I did. You're good. So don't hit the boom. They hit the preemptive, that's good. So now they have theory of 2 tags, so if they don't win this turn, we just boom them. They're running the Prisec, that's fine. No further actions. They can basically take the meat damage, which has a chance of hitting the inside job, which would be good. They had Trash Rashida, I reckon that's important with the Lady Liberty on the table. Yeah, we'll chase them. I don't think they're going to boost, let alone they can't. So they're going tag me, which means unless they hit this exactly on HQ, which they could, they have the money. 1 in 3. 1 in 3. I mean, boom them now. Yeah, well, obviously they will die if the boom hits, but they have a 1 in 3 chance to hit it, and we have to basically preemptive that after, which is going to shuffle our deck up. Fuck. They got it. They hit it. All right. Draw a 2-pointer? I guess so. No. I don't think we need to further bury them in tags, but putting a Data Raven outside of R&D I think is the play, and then we can just preemptive and keep... Oh, we can keep the Consulting Visit and just preemptive. That's probably better. GG? No. Nope. Crediting is rough, but I don't want to draw into a 3-pointer when they're not respecting the Data Raven. So the boom obviously goes back. From here, I think another Consulting Visit, because we can consult for preemptive, I guess. And then a Rashida. It's fine. Why didn't they wait, they didn't access Prisec? Wait, did they not? There's only 1 boom. Did they not access Prisec? Oh, they didn't. Yeah, weird. Okay, they should have. No second boom in R&D, is consulting straight up. No, there's no second boom. Yeah, they should hit that Prisec. Whatever, we'll talk about it after the game. But you can't choose not to access that. It looks like they didn't access it, right? Because it didn't ask us to use 2, let alone they didn't take any meat damage. So now they're 100% dead. We didn't draw the agenda. Oh, we could. No, we are not going to draw the agenda. Okay. They have tags. Boom. Hey, good game. That was a bit close. Inside Job's a hell of a card. Oh, okay. Couldn't get that last agenda. On that second last turn, I don't think you accessed the Prisec. Oh, thanks. Maybe our mate. Yeah, they gotta access everything. I'm sure it's all good. I didn't even realize. Chat pointed at. All good. All right, cool. Let's play something else. Let's not CTM. We have another hour, so let's figure out what else is good. Man, that false lead was really clumsy. And what's left in our deck? So we have, I think, one Bologna, one SSL, or is it two SSLs? So we have two SSLs and the 4-2. So it would have been a long time for this Lady Liberty to actually fire out. So I'm glad that they decided to go tag me. Thanks for the game today. I didn't see the charts too, but how much money they made was probably, you know, not a lot. And wow, I guess John Masanori is a connection, but I don't know in the modern card pool whether I'd ever play John Masanori over a DreamNet. Specifically because it's also not that hard to give as to Link. All right, what's good? Let's play something that's not CTM because we played way too much CTM, and I don't think we were even going to consider playing CTM at the GNK. So Asmari is fine. Maybe we should try playing Asmari. It's still yellow, but it's just like, you know, good stuff. You have 6 agendas. An endless loop, second place Iberian lockdown. 3 question mark? Do you have to access all installed cards in the server once the run is successful? You do, Rad. You do have to access. How's it going? Unless there's an additional cost associated with accessing the cards. And that specifically only happens, I think, with like Argus. Gagarin, Deep Space, where it costs a credit to access. And you can't force somebody to pay an additional cost in Netrunner. Just like if someone had to force you to res a card and the card said forfeit an agenda to res this card, you can't be forced to forfeit an agenda. So as long as there's not an additional cost associated to it, yeah, you have to access all of them. Fast Rig Shooter outfit. Yeah, Rig Shooter outfit's really difficult. So what is this? Bahram Wu's Endless Loop, second place Iberian Lockdown deck. So it's Jinteki. It is a death machine of some sort. It has a lot of things that will kill you. It's playing Saraswati, which makes sense with Biovolt. Turns out Saraswati lockdowns is super fun and gross. Why is that? Why? Argus Crackdown is great alongside Oboe, but tricky to fire out of other IDs, as you need to already have the Oboe sat in server. Oh, that's true. That does make sense. This is where Saswati shines. Add in Ben, Musashi, Kakugo, Data Loop, Nisei Counter, and Biovault. So this deck is specifically very bad against Film Critic, like really, really bad against Film Critic, and has no way to deal with Film Critic. Didn't know that. Yeah, totally. Ash would prevent you from the other accesses too. Yeah, there's a card that says you literally can't access, like Ash, that says you can't access other cards in the server, yes. But otherwise you do have to access everything. I also played Saraswati in the tourney, but played more of a Jamie Rush deck. How was it, Cody? Why would you play Saraswati? That was, somebody asked earlier in chat, like, why is RP a thing? And I said, like, oh, you can play Hag Infusion, you can play Paulina. I don't know if I would play RP before any of those, unless the list is specific. But I guess Saraswati's an option. It was super fun 1-4-0. Presumably FC was banned in Iberian Lockdown. Wait, was Film Critic banned in Iberian Lockdown? Oh, it was a 0-point ID. Oh, so Iberian Lockdown, before you look at these lists and like, you need to understand the structure of the tournament. If I'm not mistaken, the IDs were given scores, and your higher your score was based off of how prevalent and how competitive your ID was. So something like 419, I've no doubt was like a 5-point ID, and then things that weren't played a lot, like we've been seeing a lot of Khan for maybe somewhat this reason, and Saraswati were a low score, so you wanted to basically have the lowest score based off of your 2 runners. I think you also had only an allotted value of points you could spend on IDs, so you could do like one really good, one bad. Also, I think that score was used for your tiebreakers or your strength of schedule, so it was very, very valuable to have a low score. Rotash said I played Cybernetics plus just Minder, so I had 0 points on IDs, and lowest points used ahead of SOS in standings. Yeah, turn out IDs are 0 points for a reason. How many people, Rotash, how many people in that tournament just said, fuck it, I'm running 5-pointers, get fucked, and just won everything? Was that a thing they did? The tourney value Saraswati at 0. Saraswati has to be way better than 0, or just a bit better. Was Film Critic available in this structure? Because I imagine there's a lot of not strong Shaper IDs, so that showed up. Behind, but I heard an As diss. I'm not letting you away with it. I wasn't a diss. I just said that our opponent's deck was playing As, and they didn't fire their ability a lot, because sometimes As doesn't do that. FC was available, okay. Quite a few had 7 Sarah. Oh, we had 7 Saraswati. Wow. This is Cody's 5th at Iberian 3 Watermelon meta. So reverse accounts is mean. Otherwise, it's just good stuff. Biovault, Lacosta. The thing with like instead of Sarswati, you can just play Lacoste and get the same sort of Argus Crackdown ability. It's obviously not on always, and people can trash it. Yeah, fuck it, we can play this. Seems fun. Also, no currents is a big deal. So like you could easily put a current into this deck. Instead, we're putting lockdowns. Current 2.0. You would play this out of Polana if you could, Cody, right? Okay, each event banned list changed. So this for this event, Apocalypse, Black Orchestra, Boomerang, Bravado were banned, and some others. No Econ Warfare, IP Block, or Kayambe Grid. Wow, that actually seems pretty fresh. IP Block is wild. That's an interesting decision. Econ Warfare, yeah, fine. Okay, Kayambe Grid also. Like, wow, people are already upset with, or not upset, but like people probably don't like dealing with advanceable ice that much. It's not as bright in here as I thought it could be. I guess it's kind of shitty outside. We'll turn that light on. Plenty of people did 5 points on one side and 0 on the other. Combined value can't exceed 5. Yeah, okay. So sorry, it doesn't feel like 0, but maybe there just aren't corp IDs on the same level of awful as the worst runner IDs. Yeah, I think runner IDs can be a lot worse. Because like, I think runners need their value to compete. Well, you can play a blank corp and probably win the game. It's much harder to win with a blank runner, I think. Banlist made the format look super, super grindy. Oh, really? Why? Like prison shit? I didn't know you can jam so much harder with Sarswati. Compression is a big deal. Yeah, it really is. It really is. I'm gonna try this one first because I've never played Argus Crackdown, and just hopefully we don't queue against Film Critic because I think Film Critic is gonna absolutely eat us. We have 3 hedge funds, 2 IPOs, NGO fronts, which we can't really use with Sarswati, and Rashida's. This has no fucking money. But luckily, our most expensive ice is Data Loop, which is 7. How do people build decks with so little money and get away with it? I don't get it. Like, I'm gonna be so frustrated clicking for credits on so many turns. Also, 3 Breach Dome seems like a lot. That seems like a lot. If you're in the chat, don't specific attack against Andre. It's okay. If you have a Film Critic deck, it's fine. Seriously though, how does this deck have money? Like, you can't res that 7 credit ice. I guess you don't have to deal with 419 and like that's the thing is you don't have to deal with tier 1 econs. Like, you don't have to deal with 419 with corporate grant. So you can get away with running probably hedge fund IPO and 2 NGO, 3 Rashidas, and no other econ. New corp deck. So maybe this is a mistake to play this in a wilder meta. No pad tab, no grant. Yeah, all that shit, right? Most people dirt a lot more than you do. Yeah, but it's not so much about dirtling too, right? Like, I think you're right. A lot of people dirtle and maybe we run more aggressively, but we play against runners that just like absolutely hold us down where we just don't have money. Even if they're dirtling, I don't know. I'm not that aggressive when I don't have money. That's the problem. I'm like, oh, well, we're gonna get fucked. Maybe we'll hold back. Oh, it's almost certainly gonna be bad. God damn it. Sometimes they get punished, sometimes they don't and get away with less econ in their deck, yeah. Ooh, Hot Dogs is in chat. Did we save the deck? Wait, did we fuck it up? No, it's here. When's your G&K? Tuesday evening. You got Timmy Wong it. Yeah, Timmy Wong. Man, I miss watching Timmy Wong. Reina Roja. 1 link. Again, it's an econ pressure card, so having good econ is important. So I'm going to mulligan into a hand that has economy. No questions asked. Fucking. So that's the cool thing about Reina is Reina can't pressure econ if you don't have ice. We probably should have kept that hand. We could res Engram lock. Engram flush. Oh god, this is so terrible. Best of luck, have fun. Okay. What's the play? She's a blank ID. What's the play? Do we use Sarswati? It's gonna put us backwards. And there's no trap in this deck with advancement counters on it to matter. Well, I guess you could Sarswati a snare, but like that's ruinous at this economy. Let's draw once for a hedge fund. That's fucking fine. This is our only preemptive. I feel like we just can't get away with playing it. Oh, we have 2 preemptives. Fantastic. Bluff the project as an NGO, but you can't bluff an NGO in Sarswati because you can't res the card, so they should just run it always, right? Like, you can't bluff an NGO. I find NGO to be super weird in Sarswati decks. Let's zoom in a bit more. That's probably too much, right? Because you can't res the card, so if you install Advance it and do nothing on it, just always run it. They have, DreamNet, which is pretty good. I imagine Reina might actually be on Security Nexus. I think that's a pretty hot build. I think it's a fun build too. And they're gonna go ahead and hit a Breach Dome, which hit a Gachapon and a Dirty and a we hit a Bravado. One card in hand as well. Oh. That actually is also a really good tech card against our deck specifically because we're on Ben Musashi, Obakata, stuff like that. Like this card goes far. Luckily we can click out of this hole. And it might be hard for them to face check turn 1 against our ice to force us to spend Reina money because they probably are scared of things like Sai Sentan, Kumainu, Cortex Lock, stuff like that. Sorry, Nisei advanced too. Hope they don't run it. But that's the thing. Why wouldn't they run it? I'm sure they don't know our deck, but like, I don't know. I don't like Mushining shit out. Especially when it only has 2 advancements. 4 advancements. Mushin advance. Let's go. Junebug? Yeah, they're in chat though. I think they might know the deck. They also have I've hit worse, which is very much worth considering. Like, I've always been taught to play against Reina is to play slow. I'm assuming they're playing permanent installable, so they're not Apocalypse. But I'm pretty sure that they're going to be on... maybe this card's good enough, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be on Nexus. Maybe they're only on Research Librarian or whatever they got, Archivist, whatever that thing's called. Okay, we'll test the waters. Oh, you can triple advance. That's cute. Oh lol. Yeah, they know the list, so I don't think there's any reason not to run this. This also triple advance means it's not an NGO front. It means it's not NGO front. Let alone, I think you always run NGO front. This does 6 damage. They technically survive it, and sometimes getting their breakers in the bin is exactly what they want. There's the Archivist. So now every time that they run, they get 2 credits and a card. So maybe they're not on a Citadel, but I think Citadel is... sorry, not Citadel, Nexus, but I still think Nexus is really good when they stack Link. Oh, we could have scored an Nisei mark too. It's good to know. At least the jig is up here. We scored a really good tempo 5-2. I always thought Archivist was a neat card. I never played much. I didn't actually realize what I don't think we have any that are initiatives. Never mind, we do. It's definitely a good card. It's just like 46 card syndrome. It was a lot better with a lot of CTM. There were some lists that only ran agendas that dealt with this. I think the Jinteki list is pretty good. I think Food is on this list. I think Nisei's on this list. I think Future Perfect also might be on the list. Oh, Ma. Uh-oh. Okay, that's a problem. It worked. Used to run in the crowdfunding freedom. Shed a tear. Oh. So they trashed a Biovault from hand. They have Turning Wheel going and Maw going, and I don't know if we have the ability to deal with all that. That's also our second preemptive. We could also jam a snare, but I don't think it does enough for us. Like, just having some ice would probably be good. Putting some R&D is like, okay. I don't think they've shown any breakers. We res it for 4. Oh, they do have an orchestra, which you don't really orchestra this thing unless you're trying to hippo it or something like that. Also, we now know they're not on Nexus. They're on Maw. So that's good. Now it's Saraswati Dis. I don't even know what I said. Gachapon coming down too. That's really good with the bad publicity from the Archivist. And finally we can build a remote. Cortex Lock pretty scary. They could boomerang it. Don't know if we have enough money to start doing these sort of plays. We can't res this and fire it on the turn that we Saraswati it, so that's kind of the confusing thing. And you'll see sometimes people don't use Saraswati on the basis that they need the Biovault now. Gachapon being fired off here, installing Blue Orchestra for 1 credit, which is really good because they already had one in the bin, so like that's fucking fine for us. It probably was a pretty bad Gachapon. They removed a Hippo and an Earthrise, and they put back into their deck 2 Bravados and a Stim Hack. So Bravado seems to be 9 of their influence. There's another Gachapon. I wonder if they're going to pop it immediately. I like popping this thing during a run. A lot of times, specifically if you have like Hippo or I don't reckon they don't have Chisel. Paperclip has restricted cards, so no Film Critic. Haven't seen I've Had Worse just yet. And let's see what they go back. Again, for those who don't know, Gachapon, it is public information. That's why you see everything. They removed an I've Had Worse? What? A Stim Hack, and they put a Liberator, Rizeki, and a Hippo back into their deck. So Rizeki makes a lot of sense. They have a lot of MU, and we still haven't seen Stargate yet. My Metro Grid, I miss much? Yeah, kind of. How's it going, Pink? We've been live since about 11, so maybe 2 hours? Was this by crit as restricted? Yeah, just a bit too late. And they're running into this, and luckily, well, not luckily, this is, oh wait, we win. We win, right? Good game. GG? Yeah, that does 4 damage. All right, okay. I guess that happens. Damn, we're good. Yeah, that was a good draw, right? That was the dice that needs respect. They had no Sentry Breaker, so what could have been? There, it could have been Anansi, but Anansi isn't lethal. Kamaino isn't lethal. Sesson 10 had a small chance of being lethal. We didn't know much about their hand. Surprise flatline. Yeah, that sometimes happens. I don't know. I always like, on this channel, I run way too defensively a lot of times, unless I'm like really far behind, which I don't think they were at that point yet. Thanks for the game. Where I don't run, I'm a lot of times so scared to be like, if that's a Cortex lock, we die, and I won't run just because I don't want to get that sort of that VOD where we just die. So yeah, that'll happen. But the current logic of the current MWL, we need to ban Sarswati now. Wait, why's that? I guess if they don't check, then you go to 4 with Nisei token or 5 AP. Both are bad for them. You're right, both are bad. I don't know. The thing is, though, in Sarswati, it could be anything, but I guess that's the pressure of Sarswati. Like, this could have been a snare, too. Oh, no, it couldn't have been because we advanced it once more. Maybe not advancing once more. Play it again? Yeah, we'll play it again. But I'm, like, super apprehensive about how much economy this deck has against a meta that can't play the things that this deck didn't have to prepare itself against. Cortex Locks isn't faction. Exactly, that's why I respect it. Especially if I put down something that gives me MU, right? I don't want to put my Maw down early a lot of times against some Jiteki decks, specifically because of Cortex Lock. A lot of times I will respect that sort of stuff. All right, Pink is in chat. Hope you're well. I am, thank you. They just tuned in, it seems, so maybe they don't know what this is about. Just needs a motivational speech to crush the 4th quarter. All right, Smoke. All right, Smoke can deal with sentries pretty trivially, so keeping sentries isn't great. We have an early Rashida, which we can jam behind a Kakugo. This seems like the sort of deck where Kakugo on the remote is probably acceptable. Hey, cheers. You too. So I think we can jam this. We want to go a bit fast. I don't think we're going to use our Sarswati ability on Rashida. Doesn't really do much for us. And we have a Fetal. So we want this on remote, we jam Rashida, and then we don't need an Ice HQ. A lot of times they'll set up maybe a piece from our time. Getting this on R&D is also kind of shit, because they eventually break it for 2 credits, so I don't think it's worth a res unless we like literally kill them. So we might actually just want to click for a credit here. What's the math? So with Rashida, we're going to be drawing 4 cards, so we'll be on 9. So even if we install all 3, we're going to have to discard something. So I'll just install this on R&D. Unfortunately, if they hit a snare, we can't res the Kakugo. So we might actually not fire these until we stabilize on economy. Because even if we fire snare and then Rashida doesn't fire, we're on 0 credits and we don't have celebrity. Oh, we have film critic. Ah, fuck. Okay, well, there goes most of our plan. We have no way to trash it too. This deck doesn't have any hate against film critic. And now Ben Musashi is useless. Unless we can jam 2 in a row very quickly, which seems unlikely. Oh, I guess with Breach Domes 3 of in this deck. 3 of is crazy huge. We might not need to be that aggressive. So can they deal with a Kakugo that quickly? Probably not. I feel like we want to score these out. Well, we do have a lockdown too, and the lockdown don't give a fuck about film critic. I'm not that interested in scoring that out that fast. Mystic Miami? Oh, that's an interesting splash. 15 influence. A lot of times you see Trickster Taka. I don't know why this card is playable, considered you can play, you know, the other ones. Snare? Yeah, fuck it. Misdirection, After Image, and Marathon. Ooh. So that's okay for us. Hitting the misdirection is going to tax out their simulchips. They're usually only running 1 of every breaker. And Geofront is pretty good. Admittedly, we can't use their Sarswati ability on it, so I think we just spend this turn jamming just into a new remote advance. If we use Sarswati on it, we just can't res it, and they could just like call us on it. Yeah, After Image gone might matter, but like they have simulchips, right? They must. Yo, Jogging, how's it going? Happy Sunday. Panic digging for simulchip now. Yeah, that's the good thing. It buys us time. Deuces Wild, that's an influence as well. Yeah, I don't get this card. Is this card ever worth a slot out of faction, right? Like, you have so many cards that give you a credit value a turn, and sometimes this gives you 2 if you steal an agenda, but like Rizeki, I guess MU is tight in stealth. Hyobu, that's meaningful. Film Critic can't deal with that. If we pop this, they'll get Beth credit, which the credit is not that impactful. So yeah, it's better than us clicking for a credit, so we'll pop it. And we'll do that so next turn we can install a card if we need to. We can always not and just throw out the Breach Dome. Johnny, what's up? Nice having you streaming at this time. Hey, glad you can make it. Where are you watching from? I take it Eastern Hemisphere, maybe? Europe? Anacam coming down, so that makes a lot of sense with Mystic. That gets a lot of card draw. They have a thin deck, mind you. I think they're only on 44 cards, or 40 cards, excuse me. So this gets through their deck pretty fast, and sometimes drawing through your deck is exactly what they don't want to do. Another Breach Dome, okay. So our money is, admittedly, like we thought, is going to be an issue. We've played 2 econ cards, largely. So we could jam something here with Saraswati, but we don't really have any money to score anything. So I'm just going to, let alone Res or Ice. So I'm going to just throw that out. Yeah, Switzerland. Cheers. Click and toss Ben. I think, we did toss Ben. I didn't mean to toss Ben. I wanted to toss Breach Dome. Having one in archives is meaningful. A lot of times I'd like do that run just to get their counter. I guess they don't have the access, but I think Ben is technically worth it because it looks like a Bio Vault sometimes, or a scary upgrade, where Breach Dome won't like really look like anything besides anything in a remote. I don't know. I think we shouldn't have done it like that. So Kakugo plus Bio Vault. There's some really strong combos here. We're gonna just install this. Advance, and then we just need a credit to make sure we can res stuff here. In theory, we didn't need to advance this again, and we still scare them, but we just want to be able to force them to do something. That's it. I need to go watch Sherlock now for the rest of the VOD. Hey, enjoy the Sherlock, Jessica, on the rest of the weekend as well. Penrose coming down. We can fire Snare. They have a click left. We can fire Breach Dome. I wonder if they trash that for 4. I reckon they need to. They can't really interact with that card meaningfully. They found the one thing that doesn't do damage out of the 5. Just snuck in. There you go. Laundry, gonna draw them a card as well. And we do have a Bio Vault up, so as long as we have money, but we need to be able to res Ice here, right? Like the Bio Vault is only meaningful if you can res your Ice, so they actually have to deal with it twice. And the Cortex Lock getting a bit worse. They only have 1 unused MU, so they can probably just take the net damage. Crick. We don't really need to ice up archives. We have Breach Domes. So this only cost them actually 2 credits. That's not bad. I think we just put this on HQ, click for 2. We could have been on game point there if that was We're gonna have to purge aggressively. It looks like that is their plan. They're running, wow, Interdiction. That's a good neutral current as far as neutral currents go. So this is basically their run on this server. No one used MU, so we're not gonna res the Cortex Lock, but give me any chance to res Kakugo. And I'll do it just to do some damage. 4 credits is still enough to fire Snare, but again, our economy is kind of in the shitter. So now they have to use a Pelongi token. We probably still purge anyways next turn, unless we draw like a hedge fund. So they're making it a barrier. Probably want to pre-res the Bio Vaults around Interdiction. Oops, meant to make that code gate. Yeah, no, oh no, of course. All right, we hit a Gauss. That's a Fractor. That's good. Probably on silent chips. No further action. They have to trash that for 2. That's down. All right. So Interdiction, we just have to pre-res everything, and we can't. So Interdiction actually really fucks with Saraswati. Card is not trashed until another current is played or gen scored. Corp cannot res non-ice cards during the runner's turn. Wow. And Saraswati, we can't res until our next turn begins. So Saraswati Bio Vault is just absolutely eaten by Interdiction. That's nuts. Holy shit, that's strong. We just click 3, like I don't think we have a play here. I guess we could jam the Breach Dome, but we're really gonna need money at some point. We also probably wanted to consider purging there, because next time we purge, I guess we throw a card out, but at least it's only a Breach Dome. Hey Nanago. Namaker coming down, they were looking for that. Their Beth is giving them the clickless card draw that they want, or sorry, the credits that they probably need. Next turn they have to play an event, which is going to draw. Again, they only have 19 points left, so the snares are probably worth preempting at some point. I think we're just going to have Purge. It makes things a bit more awkward. It's bad though, because we're not getting money, and that like buys them a whole turn. Interdiction is so tight, and gets like no love. Such a good current. Well, people can play around it, right? Like then you just start pre-resing shit. And also, like, it doesn't, this card is nowhere near as good as you think it is, right? Like, well, most people think it is. Oh, the Breach Dome is going to fire if they access. They shouldn't access here. They have no reason to access unless they want to see the card. Yeah, they didn't access, I don't think. Oh no, we hit an Anacam, we hit Equivocation, and a Deuce's Wild. So the thing with Interdiction is there's a window on your turn, the corpse turn, to res a Rashida on your turn before the start of turn trigger. So even if a Rashida sneaks through, it's not like you can't res it and fire it. You can still be like, okay, on my turn, res Rashida, then start turn fires. So it's not amazing. Does it change much? You just can res Biovault on runner's turn. Yeah, that's all it does. It's you have to pre-res Marcus Batty, you have to pre-res anything that interacts with them mid-run. So NGO front, stuff like that. It is really good against like anybody who's jamming NGO front, because then they basically lose their money or pre-res it if you run it. Trashing the Miami. Oh, I didn't realize that they did trash the Miami, huh? Wow. Wow. Also, Equivocation might be their multi-axis. Maybe they're on Stargate. I don't know. And then they have a Cyberdelia, which means MU is a bit up there. They also have only one shitty credit, and we have no way to capitalize on it. Like, check this out. We can just still jam this thing, and it'll be fine. What are the numbers against... This is a 3 credit break. That's not bad. I feel like we could have just Sarswati the Fetal, but again, they don't need the credits or the net damage. They can just get through this. A lot of influence in their bin. Yeah, we've hit some good stuff. That's 3 influence. That's 2 for 5. 6, 7, it's half. Not bad. Beth, gaining a credit. They really need the economy. Trickster Taka, there's like another 3 influence. This one seems a bit better because it's stealth, and stealth is a bit harder to get on. So they have to take a tag or trash 3 starts. This one I think has the worst punishment. You can't take a tag. Throwing out a second film critic, which is good. They only have 15 points left, and we still have 3 snares and breach domes and shit. So we can res this on our turn and still fire it. Like, the interdiction does so little for that. And we have Argus Crackdown. So when the runner makes a successful run on the server protected by ice, do 2 meat damage. So if we just recur these 2, we can kind of just like get them, hopefully. I think we just want to put Kakagos on the remote. I don't know what their multi-axis and R&D is. It might have actually just been Equivocation. Maybe they have a Stargate. I don't know if they have the influence for that. So now we can just set up to jam the remote. But again, we just don't have money. Oh, we should trash the Cortex lock. Hold on. I don't think we care about that. Fetals for days. At least we can jam 2 Fetals in a turn. Maybe that's hard with Film Critic. Do we preemptive to put back this stuff? Probably not. So what do we do? We can throw that out. We'll be on 6. I think if they steal a Fetal, it's fine. Yeah, we can let them have a Fetal. We're not threatening to score it, but next turn. Miami's just 0 MU Rozeki that you have to throw out sometimes. Yeah, sometimes they give you more credits if you steal an agenda, but it just seems like that. Rozeki you can only use on events. At least it doesn't take a MU. There's a simul chip, so now they can get their Fractor back. That made them, or their killer, sorry, they had to draw through a lot of their decks, so now their sentries are really bad. For 2 influence and conditional, yeah, I don't know. I don't care for that card. A lot of criminals also run it too, and I think it's just not as good as running Rozeki. Criminals don't need their MU that heavily. Bring back Sneak Door Beta. So they're also not doing their run to get their free stealth credit, which maybe they have other problems they need to set up. Deuce's Wild, gain 3. But they can always run and not access archives. You can always make a successful run and jack out. Buffer drive, oh, that's huge in this matchup. Okay, so now it's going to be hard to grind them out. Or at least harder. Thimble Rig, we don't have border control. Thimble Rig is so good with border control. We could do advance on this and then just chill. It kind of looks like a Biovault the way that we did it. We also could do Argus Crackdown just to do more damage. They only have 9 points, but 10 with buffer drive, let alone this gives them a point of value per turn, which is a lot of value. I feel like we could do the Crackdown here. It means they don't want to interact with us, and it'll put us on game point. We have still more 2 Crackdowns. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. So now if they run any server besides archives, they'll take 2 mean damage. And this is why Biovault is so good, right? Because you stack this over and over and again. And we have 2 Biovaults, 1 in archives and 1 in R&D. I'll just take money, we need it. Hey Andre, are you going to stream any of the UK versus NYC versus NWE matches? Not that I know of. When are they actually? It doesn't look like Biovault too much if you don't res it. They have interdiction in play. Yeah, it doesn't look like Biovault. We should have pre-res it if it was Biovault, but obviously we can't pre-res our agenda. Oh, the turning wheel. Okay, that's a multi-axis. Luckily, turning wheel is kind of scary against like snares and fetals and stuff. We'll res the crick here. Next fight night is Wednesday. Oh, interesting. Arash, what's up? UK versus NWE. Oh, I'll look into that next Wednesday or Wednesday, this Wednesday. So if they bring this back, we get a buy vault. So the crick is pretty good. New World, Erder, gonna be 2204 and 205, I think. Hey, Felix, thank you. Okay, I'll look into that. I haven't checked any of that stuff out yet. So they pay 2, no further action. They're in. They're just jacking out. Rush, do you remember when NYC plays the NWE? I have no idea what I agreed to. Do y'all know what the teams are? What are the teams? You guys already played the NWE. So they're just bouncing to get turning wheel tokens? Yeah, they're just bouncing at turning wheel tokens. Okay. That's the way to get through the Argus crackdown. Fuck, if we score this, we don't get IPO. Fuck. IPO or score? They're getting Mercury credits too? Yeah, they're getting some money. I think they just don't want access because of Crackdown, which makes a lot of sense. I think we have to score this. Billy, what's up? Andre just turned in. This looks similar to my deck from Iberian Lockdown. It is your deck. How's it going, Billy? This was given to me by somebody in chat. Where's the money at, Billy? Boss Watch NYC team is Oscillate, Scry, Kisra, and me. Super cool. Boss Watch is Kat, Laura, Rob, and Matt. That's Boss Watch. Oh, super cool. UK is Frost, Mike P, Dyer, Motion Blur. Damn, you guys have some work cut out for you. I'm gonna raise the flush here. This is a bit harder for them to deal with. It's 3 credits. We gotta name a card here. I don't know. I assume Event if they're on Anakim. Seems like a fine pick. You could choose not to break it. NWE's Perkamus, Tugtagut, Pincel, and Heinzel. Ooh, that's gonna be a good tournament. Okay, cool. Not that I wasn't excited about Rob. All right, they're breaking it. We're not gonna res this. Actually, we could res this. It's gonna be a lot of our money, but it forces them to get their breaker on the table. Otherwise, this could not. It technically could be lethal. It could do with a bit more cash. Threw it together quick. Didn't expect it to do as well as it did. Why the 3 breach domes? I think that's the one easy change I'd make. It seems like a lot of breach domes. Simulchip, trashing the SMC, bringing out the after image, so they can still do this with 2 stealth credits. It's just going to start taxing out their stealth credits, luckily. But the server is not that bad. It's 5 credits to get through. We'll call event, I guess. It does luckily have to, oh, it doesn't have to boost. Awkward. So still, they just bypass it for 2. Oh, they break it for 1? No. What? Oh, 1 credit from that and 1 credit for something else. Excuse me. All right, so they access 2 cards. In theory, that's scary when it comes to multiple net damage cards, let alone cards you'd be interested in film criticking. But it's still pretty good. Would love you to do tweak and see what you do. So I'm glad that we IPO'd. They threw out the Ben Musashi. I don't think you need to trash that. You have film critic. I don't think Ben Musashi matters, let alone against interdiction. Just click 4. I see how this game is going to go. So we can score this and still hedge fund out. I feel like the Thimble Rig has some value. Oh, they also get a draw card, right? Because the current is trash from Anacam. I love that interaction. I think we're going to throw this out. This lets us reposition our ice, which can be interesting, especially to move the Kakugos around on turns that we're not positioning to score. But they only have 8 points left. But again, with buffer drive, they can get pretty far with that. Double Kakugo is the best that we got. Dirty Laundry, that's a card out of their hand. Love when they do that. So 3 credits. They have only 3 stealth as well. So I guess we'll call event here. You just put on R&D? Just put Thimble on R&D. It's too late. I threw it out. The thing about Thimble and R&D is bad because they turning wheel it. I don't actually think we can put Kakugo on R&D. We'd have to swap it with a Saisent on. Wait, what? You dropped it on top of R&D. Oh. I put, thank you. I missed the bin. That's really funny. I've never done that. Wait, no. I discarded my card to the top of R&D. Yo, thank you. I've never done that. That's great. That's really great. I thought you were talking about icing R&D. Like, okay, I don't know about that. If you can find another crackdown, you're pretty good here. Yeah, the crackdown's in an okay spot. Man, the crackdown with Biovault's really good, but yo, border control and everything. Was border control banned? Well, I guess we'll call events again. I imagine they have a fair few of those. You put it in R&D. They break this for 2 or bypass it for 2 more accurately. Continue to pass ice. Economy isn't there yet. Anakin game 5 draw a card. I love when they draw a card. That was basically 2 damage, right? Sort of, not really. Oh, they stole an Obokata, and by stole I mean hosted. So hey, good for them. Is that a single axis? Yeah, it was a single axis. Give us a crackdown. Engram flush. That's a good piece of ice. I think we might actually preemptive here just to put snares, biovaults, and lockdowns back. Yeah, fuck it. Our hand is a bit dodgy, but whatever. This actually is a pretty fair lockdown, especially against the... Yeah, I like this one better than a crackdown in some extents. I think we want the snare in. They only have so much damage prevention. And here the biovault's also really good. We just have to play around interdiction. Tim on top of R&D. Mache, thank you. Yeah, we did figure it out. If you jam a snare with counter from Sarah, they probably have to run it now. You're right, but we can't double advance it. It's a good point, actually. I should just consider that stuff. I just want to keep an HQ because I imagine they're going to access. We shuffled, so this is a new card anyways. Not that they didn't see it. But this is another card out of their deck. The problem is like they don't deal with the Obokata issue, which is like not having 4 cards because they can always film Criticate. Yeah, maybe we need a jam. Stream borked? I don't know. It seems okay. Chat, stream still up? Like hitting a snare here would be so clutch. Stream's fine. Thank you. Turning wheel, sing 2. Unseen from R&D. Trashing the crackdown for 4. It's a lot of money, but they're going to get 5 back from the laundry. And that's it. They drew another card, so now they only have 6 cards left. Seems fine. Thanks, DJ. Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, seems okay. Okay, cool. Oh, look, I'm on Twitch now. There's the mantle. That's another card, but that's better than discarding it, I reckon. So 7 cards left. Oh, oh, we can win here. Oh, we can win. Oh, do we have enough money for this shit? Yeah, we have enough. Technically not. Okay, so the question here is, we have a side game anytime they run this remote. They have a mantle, by the way, underneath my face. They have a side game for this remote, and they also have to get through 2 Kakugos. If we res the Kakugo, we don't have a lot of money for side games. They use their buffer drive to put Gauss back on the table, so their buffer chip is down. So, wait, Marathon? Make a run remote server. Run ends, gain, click, and add Marathon to your grip instead of trashing it. You may not make another run on the server for the remainder of this turn. What? But if we win the side game, we win. So we res this, we're on 4. In theory, we have no reason to res this. They can only make 1 run on the server. Why would they do this? Why would you do this? They literally can't run back now. Yeah, why? And if the run isn't, does this stop the run from being successful? Yeah, no, it's still successful. What? Are you sure? Sure? There's, I don't know. I shouldn't doubt them. There's a side game here. They can draw with Mercur? Oh, the draw doesn't matter. Okay. I guess the whole game comes down to the side game now. And they can't actually draw with Mercur. They don't have any cards. No res, yeah, there's no reason to res it. It comes to side game no matter what. Well, in theory, there is actually a reason. If I lose a side, I probably lose anyways. Well, then why play this? Marathon, here's the ultimate flex if they win, yeah, right? I was meant to put Critic Kate in, I forgot. Yeah, it needs some way to deal with Critic. And there's some easy ways to do it in faction, let alone spending a bit of influence. Alright. If they steal it, you can safely jam the next turn? I don't think so. No. If they steal it, they still can get in here. I don't know. Bid is 3 guaranteed. Nixie, how's it going? Stream works for me. Thank you. I hate when they go after us. I want to wait. Fuck yeah. Okay, we win. Oh, maybe. Maybe. They could still steal the points. All right, they paid 1, we paid 0. Air Marathon's back to the grip because the run technically is still successful, right? Like, this doesn't fuck with Boomerang. It doesn't fuck with anything that comes with successful. Wait, they can't play this again. They can't play this. Yeah. Yeah, that was high stakes. They down the other fetal now? Not enough cards in decks to access? No, because of Film Critic, they don't. They just realized, yeah, they can't rerun this. Like, oh yeah, no, Marathon can't run it again. I forgot that bit. Yeah, that was the part that confused me. Yeah, we warned them. All right, so we know there's a Marathon in there, so event seems like a good call. I think you could actually just let the Crick fire and then run R&D again just to get a turning wheel counter. Because Sing 2 is obviously a bigger deal than 1 because you could actually win off of Agenda plus Obokata. Sing 1 card doesn't let you do anything. I think they should jack out here. I guess maybe they could just run it twice. Because they could get a trash and then see another 2 with turning wheel. So yeah, okay, maybe this is correct. But I think you need to see as many cards as possible. Maybe run HQ, then run R&D. But we did jam somewhat aggressively? No, I don't think we jammed aggressively enough. All right, turning wheel. So they could run HQ, they can't win. Do you break this Crick? Okay. Turning wheels is C2. Snare. Yeah, we can fight that and still score out. So they have 1 card left. Oh, they have a Notoriety. Fidel as well, which they can host on the Critic. They have a tag though, so we can trash the Critic, but again, of course, that doesn't matter. That is going to be a good game. Score. Hey, good game. I don't think we used our ability aggressively enough. Like, I think the fact that we could jam snare and stuff like that is obviously very important. I think economy obviously was a bit worse than we thought. We clicked for 15 credits. Like, that's obviously they weren't all in the same turn, but like we could have had 5 more turns. You want to keep that number as low as possible in most decks. But otherwise, you know, parts of that work. There's some really cool combinations of things. That's the issue too, and I know this is a limited enough tournament. Thanks for the game. Hey, thanks, you too. I know there's may have been a limited format, but like all these things like Crackdown and all this sort of stuff. Actually, how does this Crackdown work? Whenever the run makes a successful run on the server, so you can't buy a vault after this. So this doesn't work the way that we think it does. But like Kakugo with border control is good. Kakugo with Kakugo with Nisei Token is good. Kakugo with Precog Manifold is good. Just want to play the Marathon, really. Yeah, right? Are you fighting? Like, I don't know, I can't run that. You guys had very similar click econ efficiency. They were clicking for a lot of credits though. Like they just didn't get their money up soon enough, I don't think. I guess Cyberdelia was firing. That's once the cards like this too. Like man, fucking Rizeki has just ruined so many cards that give 1 credit worth of value a turn because I just don't see the effort of working into it. I guess Cyberdelia is a bit different because it also gives you MU, and I guess Akamatsu does now modernly exist. But like this, you need setup, you need to get this on table, it's expensive, it's low tempo, then you need to break all the subroutines on ice, which doesn't always happen. I guess with stealth happens more. That's there to protect the oboe, I bet. Yeah, exactly. And I think Film Critic is obviously such a big issue. If we didn't have Film Critic, we had 2 Ben Musashis, we had the Current, we had Kakugos, like we had so much to help with it. That's really, really cool. I think if this deck had a way to deal, like 1 or 2 ways to deal with Film Critic, it could be really cool. Whether it's Sadaka, I was seeing MCA Informant come up in games, let alone in conversations. I think that's also very possible. Or you can also just play like Voter Intimidation, that's fine. FC is a need in Smoke. Why do you say that? Having a small deck is definitely an issue against like Obokata, but you can deal with SDS. I don't know if you have interdiction, so maybe tags are a problem. So maybe Bologna is an issue. 1 Simulchip too. Maybe SDS is a problem. But like as a one of and not in the meta. Excuse me. I think Film Critic should be 1 use and then removes itself from the game. So it negates too much. I think Cyber Daily can be okay if you don't run a console, but like as a one of and not in this meta. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, like Cyber Daily is not bad. If this was a console, like this is not that much worse in theory than Paragon, but Paragon obviously gives you the scry effect. Also, Paragon is not conditional on having to deal with ice, which requires a lot of other setup. Yeah, maybe if you're not running a console, maybe Shaper consoles are a bit weird right now. Smaller deck is a big deal, not just for the lack of HP, but also slots. Oh, that's true too, yeah. I just don't know if there's a better restricted card right now for smoke. I think Film Critic makes a lot of sense too. Like, I don't know, Paperclip, I guess you could play if you have the influence. It's not amazing. You give Roseki's out. Paperclip Roseki's good. But I guess no, you don't deal with big ice anyways. That's not a problem. I think like after image Roseki's way better. Yeah, I agree. I think I wish Film Critic was a bit more nuanced, and they did try and reprint one, but we all kind of spat on it, unfortunately. But you know, it's so much worse. That's the thing, is like you have to build something that's better. Sorry, you need to build something that's like worse than Film Critic, but then expect everyone to play it, which I don't think you can do unless you rotate or ban Film Critic or something like that. But anywho, it's 1:30 right now, or 1:20, plus minus. That's all for today. We're gonna be back. We have a G&K on Tuesday night, so we're gonna record those VODs. I still kind of need to find a deck to play because I don't know what to do at this point, but we're gonna be filming that, so we won't be having any content up on this channel until a bit after. Excuse me. So we're not gonna be streaming before Thursday, so we'll be live on Thursday. We'll have the G&K on Tuesday, and hopefully those videos will come out on usually like Friday or Saturday of that week. So they take a bit of time to edit, unfortunately, and upload and do all this sort of stuff. And then we'll be putting those out pretty regularly. And otherwise, yeah, Thursday. Enjoy the rest of your weekends, y'all. Thanks to everyone we played games against, everyone in chat, everyone watching the VOD. Hopefully you're doing all right inside. Hopefully you're feeling better if you were sick. Hopefully you're not sick too, because that's kind of the idea here, huh? Thanks for the stream. Guess I'll go watch the start now. Yeah, Pink. We streamed it was a shorter stream, but not bad. Cheers, everyone. Take care of yourselves, and we'll be back on Thursday.